the wrong pizza.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting a credit so I can get pizza tomorrow.
Well, there you go.
And of course, I have piqued the girls' noses, but they have
Aha.
yet to settle down. So we'll
Mm-hmm.
see.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Hmm.
Did you get through your storm, Jessica?
it's still going.
Oh,
I sold a Jaffra.
good.
I didn't,
Jaffra's, I like Jaffra.
I didn't even know what a Jaffra was until I had to
Well,
look it up.
are we talking about the same thing?
The ear doodad?
No. I'm talking about makeup.
No, it's um, what is that darn thing? I have a new in package Verizon Jaffra earwave boom headset. So it's like that one ear
Oh, okay.
pearl thing.
Yeah.
I'm calling it Jabra, not Jaffra. But yeah,
Cool.
it's the easiest $6 I ever made.
There you go.
So not too bad. A Tracy today and a Mercari tonight.
Cool.
Yeah.
The thing was pretty cool.
Who was doing
Whatever you
the?
call it.
I saw when it came up. Who was doing it?
It was Lonnie, Garage Flips.
Oh man, I liked it when Nikki did hers. I get kind of lost and I start doing other stuff with that show.
Yeah.
But cool.
There was a Tesla jacket that went for, well, it was a jacket and a hat, and they went for $400.
Nice.
And then they had 3 jewelry jars, and they each sold for $105 each
Wow.
to the same person.
Wow.
That rolling picker, I think he's got some deep pockets
Oh yeah, he does.
because he bids up a lot on a lot of stuff. So, which I like him. I started listening. I listened to his videos, and he he has pretty good videos. I kind of like the way he talks about things and everything. So
Maybe you should invite him on the show.
maybe let's see if he'd be interested. He sounds like he's very knowledgeable. I need to find some more men because I don't want it to be just a ladies' show.
Yeah.
But men are not necessarily opinionated, have opinions, but I don't know. Whatever I'm thinking to say doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
But have interests and are interesting
yeah,
and want to, better themselves and themselves with their online activity.
yeah.
Like
Well, like you
Jason.
said,
It's
like
nice
the
to
roll.
have a whole bunch of different perspectives, you know?
Right,
Absolutely.
like the rolling picker in his last video. He said, for me, because I guess he's got like a debilitating neuromuscular disease. So he doesn't have a lot of use of his hands. He gets by, but and I think he's in a wheelchair. I couldn't guarantee it, but I think he's in a wheelchair. So, he says for me, it's not it's not how many I can list in one day. He said it's more, you know, if I can list one, I'm doing good. You know, if I can list more than that, then I'm really doing good. Um, so, you know, and he said he definitely wants to increase his sales. And he said every day he's working towards that. But he said, I'm not necessarily about, you know, putting up 100 listings per day and stuff like that. So, and then in his video, he has a lot of, you know, he does a lot of like prayers. You know, I mean, he's not like churchy. I mean, he's all tatted up and everything, which doesn't mean anything. But I mean, you know, you can tell that he's a religious, you know, spiritual type of guy. You know, he says prayers for people, whatever's going on in the United States, and he's got on his hands Jesus Saves and tattoo. And but he, you know, he just kind of seems like a regular old Joel, you know.
Nice.
So, but definitely by the auctions that I've seen him on, he's definitely got some. He's got some deep pockets. So
I noticed that too the day that I really watched like what Nikki did, and I bid a couple of times just kind of to check it out. It was interesting, and that there's other people doing similar auction type things. I find that interesting.
And I didn't know if I should. You know, it wasn't over, but I went ahead and I got kind of bored with it. So that was one of the reasons why I came on.
I
Not
always
that,
get bored with
you know.
it at the end.
Yeah, I just.
Not in a mean. I don't mean it like everybody. I don't know. I don't have the money to compete with them, so that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
like
got
on
that
the
kind of money.
stuff with Nikki, I mean, I put my bids. I was comfortable with what I offered, but it was not. It wasn't the be all end all.
And Robin says, besides, we all got to rest up for the challenge tomorrow. That's right.
How many versions of Titanic do you think are on Amazon?
I don't know how many. I
I
didn't
have
think there was
one
more.
more.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I'm just making up the number. 4,555,332.
Wow.
That's not a real number. I'm just making it up. But let's see. See what comes up.
Jessica, did you get any sales today?
Yeah, I got a couple.
That's good.
It's not nearly what it's been now, which is really screwing me over because I still owe a big eBay bill. So I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. But people gotta start buying stuff because I gotta pay $200 still off my eBay bill, which isn't. I mean, that's not a ton. I should be able to get there, but it's still just stressful, you know.
Yeah.
Bills that are due and you don't got the money there. That's pretty stressful.
Yep.
But that's the name of the game. I mean, it's also nice when it's nice, you know. It's good when it's good and it's shitty when it's shitty. That's just kind of how the game plays. But I'd still rather be working at home than be stuck at work, you know, at a job. I'll take the shitty for what it is, because even when I was working full time, there was still times when when bills were due and the money wasn't there. So I'd rather be
Yeah.
stuck at home doing that than stuck at a job.
I feel you.
But right now I'm trying to list a whole bunch of jewelry, but I'm realizing how ignorant I am to jewelry and how I don't even have like the slightest clue on how to describe jewelry. So I don't know.
I think the best thing you can do on jewelry is try to find something that's similar and do a sell similar on it.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
The only
And
problem is I don't know what any of the metals are, and I don't know how to test it. I don't know, and like I could be totally screwing myself,
Right.
but it is what it is. I mean,
do you have nicer jewelry or do you have costume jewelry?
I think it's a mix. Like, hold on, I'll show you something. I mean, it's definitely. I just don't know. Like what's FAS marking?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know if you don't know anything about jewelry either.
There's books that have the mark.
No, but you can Google that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I was just curious. I just seen one right here, and I just didn't know if you knew.
And you can also join one of those jewelry groups. Tanya has
Yeah.
one, and Margaret has one. I'm sure there's others. Or who's that?
I really don't know if I really want to. Not that I don't want to learn, but I really don't know if that's really something I want to do any more than just this bag that I got stuck with.
Yeah.
Because it was a good price. I mean,
But
not
you
that I
could
don't want to
also
learn.
create, if you have similar colors or similar themes, maybe just put a couple pieces together and just sell that lot. Just
Yeah.
as everyday wear jewelry.
Yeah, I would actually go to what is it? Vintage Treasure? That's Angie.
Treasure vintage.
Treasure Vintage. She
That's
has a lot.
pretty. Is that
She has a
individual stones?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cute.
I
Yeah,
would private message Angie and just say, I received a bag. I don't know anything about it. Advise me on a good, quick way that it's not going to be your future, but you just need a good resource and ask her where she might just say, show me, and she might help you.
Mm,
And she would have the knowledge of what that stuff is.
maybe.
I don't think
Yeah,
she
I mean,
would try to take you. You know what I mean? She wouldn't lead you
Yeah.
astray.
Yeah.
She's a good Christian girl. See, those are pretty.
Yeah, I think they're cute.
I think they'd be worth something. Maybe not individually, but maybe together. Oh, yeah. I think you might have something. And do they have marked? Do they have like 925 or 585?
No. This one has FAS. It's like more of a matte metal. Like it's a flat metal. If you decide, it's like not a glossy metal. It's just like flat, so it almost looks aluminum.
Well,
I don't know.
aluminum is magnetic.
Oh.
So I had this big tray, and I was calling it aluminum. And my friend said, well, aluminum is magnetic. So I went and got a magnet, and it wouldn't stick. So that's how I figured it out. It was tin.
Right.
So some of those quirky little rules, you might learn a few things on the jewelry, and you're right. You might have a couple good pieces in there.
Like I think a lot of it's kind of crappy, but like there's a lot of really cool looking stuff for sure. Like there's a little tennis bracelet,
That's cute.
and I don't know.
Is it the same owner?
Yeah, it was all together.
You might do something local, just as the whole bag. How much jewelry is it? I mean, is it like 2 pounds, 5 pounds, 20 pounds?
6 pounds, 5 pounds.
If I were you, I would call Angie. I private message Angie.
I know. I really just don't want to bug her. I really hate bothering people.
But she, I believe, is putting it out there that she's happy to help people.
Oh, okay. Then I'll send her a message. If she's kind of.
And you know who else? The other one that I would reach out to is Karen Lebo, Leabo. And she makes videos also, and she shows antique and vintage jewelry, and she does know quite a bit about jewelry. She has some pretty interesting videos. Dirty Picker, Dirty Girl.
I haven't ever heard of her.
And she's got some really cool, funky stuff.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff in here.
If you hear any whining, the word is Pizza.
Okay. I gotcha.
She's sitting under it going,
Yeah, Beth said fused alloy silver. That's what FAS is.
Nice.
Fused alloy silver.
So it's actually silver then, right?
Or it has some percentage of silver.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, that means that some of it might be decent, right? I mean,
I think then one could call it silver tone.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of cool little guys in here.
Because 925 is actually the percentage of silver, I believe, in a piece. So it's like 92% silver.
You guys are ready for it?
I feel like I have a magic wand.
Anything that's open or just a Yeah, you still have a wrench, Megan. I don't take them away.
I was waiting for somebody to say something to me when I kept saying that I was kicking Todd out. I thought somebody's going to say, well, you don't have a wrench.
Well, you need to chat in the chat, Michelle.
I know. I was just being goofy, but nobody connected the dots, or nobody said it out loud. But I was expecting somebody to say,
well, that's what I'm saying. Put a chat in so I can give you a wrench.
She'll give you one if you write like hi, and she can add it to your name.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying. So she's saying right now, write the word hi in the chat so she can give you a wrench.
Well, Jessica,
I don't know.
Jessica, do you have a wrench?
I don't know what happened.
Well, you need to both go in there and chat something.
You're talking.
I don't like that kind of power. No, I'm just kidding. I'll go.
Oh, okay.
I don't. And you're talking the chat of the YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
camp, and now is the season
Oh,
to buy.
nobody cares. Tell me that. Giving me ads. Eric wants a winch.
Oh gosh.
Well, I can find a lot of those.
Eric, you have a rent. You have. Oh, you have. You. Yeah.
No, a winch.
Yeah. We don't give those out here. Sorry. So you have to go find one of those. I want a man winch. If there's such a thing.
I want $1 million. That'll do.
Yeah.
I like this one a lot. I don't know why. I'm not even a big jewelry person, but I think it's cute.
Valerie is the Oprah of wrenches. I need a beer winch. Don't we all, Eric?
Michelle, if you don't make that dog stop, I'm gonna call the cops on you.
No,
I've had enough.
Oh,
I've had enough too.
I need a. Beth says she needs a listing winch.
I need to stop. Yeah, right. And a
Don't we all?
side forcing.
And I don't know what to do.
You just kick it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Don't do it.
I could kick it.
No, don't
The
kick it.
problem is it'll keep barking as it's flying across the roof, and then keep barking after it lands. It's not the same fun.
Our dog is the same way. She doesn't stop. She just barks and barks, and I'm like, "Would you stop?" And she just looks at me and barks some more.
And the other one looks like she's crying, but she's silent. The one that's usually chatting is over here quiet, and I can see her stomach go in and out. But she's silently whimpering while the other one is saying, "Listen, there's pizza." Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'll try to put it in the other room and see what happens. Hold on. Hey, girls. You're in trouble now.
So me and my mom were joking when we were talking the other night, and I told her because I have those adult things that I need to sell for in the adult category. I told her I'm just gonna like after they get their lawn mowed, I'm just gonna put them on the neighbor's lawn and shit, like just randomly place them throughout the neighbor's house, and like not in their house, but like in weird like in their backyard or in their front yard. They're calling the cops on me. I'm gonna send one to the neighbor in a box and like a love letter from Candy,
Gosh.
to her husband. I'm just teasing. I mean, but that's what it makes you want to do.
Well, sure, but
Harmless revenge, nothing that can harm anyone.
yeah.
Okay, I mean, 'cause seriously, if you were driving down the road and you saw something like that in your neighbor's front yard just wide open, what would you do? I would laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
I'd be like, who does that? Okay. Did you get any listings done today?
Who you talking to?
You.
Yeah, I got a few. I got about 9 or 10 that I need to picture. And then that'll put me up about 16, so. But I need to picture them.
Megan, get out of here. Oh,
Wow. Wow.
Megan, you're a bad girl. Bippity boppity. Nope, nope. I love this thing because it looks like a golden wand or like a wand. I feel like a sorcerer. It's my ring sizer. Oh no.
Oh, shit.
I know, they're like, let me return some shit because you don't need the money right now. No can do. No, it's been doing that lately whenever my stuff goes, like, ends. I don't know why.
I don't like that noise.
Funny, Jessica. Are you saying something with that face?
No,
Nope.
I'm just hanging out.
Oh, I don't know why he was in here, but
Oh my
I
gosh,
don't think
Michelle,
I
Michelle
don't
just
think I
died.
want. I don't think I want to know why he was in here. So
That's really weird. Like, really.
Michelle just about dropped her whole shelf on her live, and
oh
everybody
my
just
gosh.
Oh, missed that. Sorry.
yeah, the whole plastic shelf like shifted, and she's just
Oh my
chilling.
gosh. Wow.
That's cool. That's all right. She made it through. Tell her not to sneeze.
Yeah.
I gotta decide what I want to list because I was gonna do jewelry, and I can't. I cannot do this.
Well,
I don't
just put it away, and there'll be another day where you want to
Yeah,
get
I
through
need
it.
to move on until I get more knowledge about it, or until I just decide to sell the whole bag just to get it out of here. Maybe I should just keep it and put it when I do my auction as a jewelry jar.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Michelle. Michelle, can you hear me? I don't think she can hear me. Hello. Anyway, the comfortable. I said he had a question to ask Mexico. So I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know.
No. Nope.
Michelle.
Michelle.
Is that shelf on your head, Michelle?
Woohoo. She don't have her earphones in.
She always does
She's
that.
She's awake.
I
She's
think she's
texting on
trying to
her.
figure out how to make a comment on YouTube. There she goes.
Pretend like nobody was talking to her. Hi.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Michelle.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I'm in the middle of something. I'm in the middle of trying to invite somebody into the group. Y'all have to behave.
Who is
Oh,
it?
is it your man?
No.
Who are you inviting?
She is an eBay seller.
Oh,
Okay. I'm going to try to send a link. Let's see if I can do this.
okay.
Is this person gonna be somebody we like?
A Cyclops.
I like Cyclopses. I'm sold. Is it for real? Do you really know Cyclops?
I'm going to say yes, and then she's not going to be a Cyclops, and then you're going to be mad.
Did you know that you almost dropped your whole shelf on you a little bit ago?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I saw it.
I don't know exactly what fell.
I did more than hear it. I saw it falling all
The
over your
whole
head.
thing moved
I
when that.
don't know what fell. There's something that fell behind.
It moved the whole thing, and I was like, Michelle's
Yeah, the
gonna.
whole thing moved. It did. And
Yeah,
if
I
you
saw
knew how rickety it was when we put it together,
Yeah, well, don't sneeze. I don't want you to die on camera.
yeah, I'm not leaning. See, okay, so I have a rolling chair that I try not to roll too far back, but that one I really rolled. Okay. I'm going to see how.
I don't know what to list. What am I gonna work on? Oh, that was getting old. What do I want to do?
Okay, I'm trying. Maybe if I hit enter.
No, Megan. I think that you're right, Beth. That must have been because I don't know how else he would have got in here. So I don't know. It's just kind of crazy.
But I have a friend, Kay, and she is in Georgia. And
Uh-huh.
she is an eBayer, and she does a few other sites, but she is a full-time reseller, and she has her honey holes. She has a vast experience. She's had a brick and mortar store. She is the real deal.
Wow.
But she's one of those lower to the ground worker bees. She's not a fancy pants in the YouTubes and the, you know, she's not connected to eBay through the people they know and all of that stuff. She's just a reseller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh, Robin.
Not at all. Not at all.
She says, didn't realize that they were going to be able to see me. I said, okay, they can see me. You are safe.
Well, what she could do is she can go in the chat if she wants to. If she's kind of weird about being seen, she can just kind of go in there and kind of mingle if she feels more comfortable doing that.
There she is.
I was really busy, I think, because of the honors program, because not only was I doing the academic coursework, but I also had to do all of this extra work,
So
practicing piano.
she just
really,
needs to,
at that level, you should practice 4 hours a day.
Okay, you're going to have to mute your YouTube or mute the music that you have playing.
To study piano, and then I realized that it would be actually easier with the way the credit system worked if I would also major in English. So I double majored in English and piano performance.
Michelle, I'm here. Hi, Kay.
Hello, Kay.
There's a lot of partying.
Everybody, this is Kay. Kay, this is
it didn't
everybody.
really take place in the freshman dorm. tournament would take place in
You
that house.
need to turn your music off or your TV off or
But I was
mute it.
super busy, so I didn't go out very much.
Or you could put headphones on. Is that how I sound when I don't have my headphones?
Yes.
Yeah. Or
Can you
worse.
hear me?
Or worse?
now?
Yes. Hi, Kay.
Hey,
Hey, Kay.
I'm assuming you can't see me though, right?
Right.
Yeah, I see
We
you.
We can't see you. We can see the your little
blue.
avatar.
Blue.
Your
Yeah,
blue.
yeah.
Well, I have
Okay.
a picture of her right here, so if you need to see her, I can show you.
No, it's on the East Coast. I'm after 11, darling. It's my bedtime. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll stop back in. I found you now.
Excellent. Excellent. So I'll tell you when we're live, and you can come on in and kick them under the table.
Sounds like, all right. Sounds like
Okay.
a plan.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Good. Have a good evening.
Bye, Kay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, good
She
for
sounds-
her.
She sounds like a sweetheart.
She is a sweetheart. So I've known her for a number of years, and she heads up a group of ladies in Facebook. It's called Private Chat, and there's only a limited number of people in there.
Mhm.
Not that it's an exclusive group, it's just a small group. And a mutual friend said, you need to be a part. And so I said, well, okay. So then she sends me an invite, and I'm in, and I've known most of these ladies for a long time. And we
Awesome.
first met them in the eBay community groups.
Hmm.
And so they sell clothing to animal bones.
Is she? No. Yeah. Is it Kay Beth?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go in and friend her.
Nice.
I hope she don't get freaked out. But
I don't think so.
I guess if she does, she won't friend me.
But, if she likes it, she may share it with some of the other ladies. I'm okay with the other ladies too, but,
Yeah.
we all have, even like you see with the people in here, not everybody wants to be on camera or
Exactly.
all that.
A lot of people feel just fine being in the chat and talking like that, and that's cool.
Right.
Whatever you're comfortable with. So.
Absolutely. She's very organized. My own perception, different than me.
Mhm.
Very organized, and she has her own system, and she's learned many things over the years, from her brick and mortar to her online sales. But she's looking at her sales all the time, and she's saying, "Well, what do I need to do? List more." She can get suits for 50 cents, tops for 50. Crazy low prices, and she can turn them. And she's on a couple of different sites, so she's definitely a mover and a shaker.
Yeah.
This
That's
lady. Yeah. And back to my man friend, I don't know that I could get him on. I think he'd be entertained for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then he'd go, wait. Yeah. But I can sign some of his stuff and some of his mother's stuff. He believes in it, but I don't know that he wants to do it. That would be his complaint.
Right.
I don't like consigning. I just tell people to sell their own shit.
Yeah. I'll just show you. I'll help you make an account, and
Right.
you can do the work.
Absolutely. But for me, the reason I took on consignment was for a handful of friends.
Hmm.
I thought it was a good idea. I still think it's a pretty good idea, not as good as I used to think, though, because you get people's crap too.
Right.
But I would shop and ship, and I needed a way to get more inventory close to me. And it was just easier to do the consignment, I thought. And it still is easy, but It's better when you have the control when you go buy the stuff. You know what you're getting. You know, and you're not accountable to somebody else for that stuff.
Right.
Speaking of drama, there's Nikki.
Ah. Hey, that's
Drama.
Todd's not in here.
Clown lady with your
Clown doll.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a creepy clown. Thanks to Cincinnati Picker. That was awfully nice of him.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Did he send it to you?
Yeah.
All right.
There's an echo.
I'm gonna shut my mouth. God. Do we still have it?
It was Nikki.
Hello. Okay. Dang it, Nikki!
She ran away. She's like, oh man.
Oh man. All right, I gotta get off my duff and get some stuff working.
That's what I should. That's what I said. All right.
Well, I took a bunch of pictures, so I just have to sit here and keep listening. I closed the chat on this Google Hangout. Now I don't know how to get it back. How do I do that? Okay, I got it back.
How about now?
Better.
You're good, I think. Hello. Check. You're good.
Okay. Yeah, I think he was just buying the clown to contribute to the cause, and I don't think he really wanted it.
I don't know how they do that. It was a good auction though. He had a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, he did.
Like that jacket.
I like that horn boat.
That was cool. That was really cool too.
The what?
The horny ship.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That's what they called it. It was made out of horn.
Nice.
I bought a Harley Davidson jacket.
He got a good price on it, didn't he?
Yeah, but now I'm wondering, is he gonna wear that or like?
I don't know.
Like, whoa,
He
look.
doesn't look like a Harley man.
He got it for 62. He'll probably sell it. He got it for 62, I think. 61 or 62.
I thought about bidding on that, but I like them, where you can read Harley like on the back. I didn't see anything on it. That's why I didn't bid on that.
Yeah, there wasn't any patches or anything on there.
Right.
Which, I mean, you could have had one put on, but I would want it made with that. That way it's, factory made like that.
Yeah.
And I seen that Tesla jacket and I was like, oh, that's beautiful, but I know that's gonna go right out of my
Hey, you know what I saw? A video that talked about one of the oldest active models, like fashion models.
Mm-hmm.
She's beautiful. I don't know what she is. She's old. She got white hair, slim, tall. She's that guy who's created the Tesla car's mom.
Oh,
I was like, wow. And she has 3 kids, and he's one of them.
nice.
The guy who created Tesla
Yes.
was always given shit because he was always from like place to place, and people were like, oh, you're never gonna like do shit with your life because like he was really smart, but it came off as stupid because he was always flaky and
Right.
you know what I mean, like he couldn't like do like a contemporary job, he couldn't, and so everybody gave him shit, and then he made millions.
So he was kind of like the entrepreneur, like he had a dream.
Yeah.
But he couldn't hold a regular 9-to-5 job, but he wanted, because he had a higher vision.
I think it was like 19 million or 30 million in debt. He borrowed from all these people, And everybody was like, "You're screwed now because now you're in debt." And then he flipped that and he made it into Tesla and he blew them out of the water, paid back all his debts, and
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Have you ever heard the Warren Buffett story?
Mm,
He has his own story, but somebody that knew him when he was young was uh, the future chairman of Coca-Cola.
Hmm.
And it was on Oprah, one of those kind of shows, and said, "Yeah, we used to see this guy, and he would go hang out with the kids at the park. And then one day he came to me and said, 'Do you want to invest in my system or whatever?'"
Mm-hmm.
And the future Coca-Cola chairman said, "No, I'm good, thank you. I don't really want to invest." And he said, "If I knew that that was Warren Buffett, I definitely would have invested."
Yeah.
But no, it's just a very funny story in the way he told it. Like, this was just some schmuck. Why would I
Yep.
want to lend him money? Well,
Well, I was listening to that Susie Orman last night, or
mhm.
whatever her name is,
Yeah.
yesterday, and she was saying that when she was younger, um, to read or spell or talk right, and she ended up being a waitress, and well, then she had some vision of opening her own restaurant. And so she asked her mom for $20,000, and her mom's like, "I don't have $20,000." Well, she was really sad, and one of her customers, because she had worked there for quite a few years, and one of her regular customers asked her what was wrong, and she told him, and he went back and he was talking to all the guys that were the regulars, and they all gave checks, and they ended up giving her like $50,000 in checks. And
Wow.
they told her there was a note that said, "You don't have to repay this back, but um, unless you unless you have the money in 10 years or whatever, something like that."
Mm-hmm.
And so then she talked about how she went and did a money market account or something at Merrill Lynch, and the guy screwed her out of her money, and she ended up going back to Merrill Lynch trying to get a job, and she ended up getting a job because it was the 80s, and they were trying to give jobs to women. And the guy said that he was going to fire her in 6 months, but he would hire her for now. Well, when she learned being a stockbroker or whatever they were at Merrill Lynch, she learned that the guy ended up screwing her and did something illegal. So she ended
Mm-hmm.
up suing Merrill Lynch. So because she was suing Merrill Lynch, they couldn't fire her,
Wow.
Oh.
and because she was in the middle of a case with them,
Right.
and then she ended up winning the case, and she got all of her money back.
Huh.
um,
Interesting.
hmm
I've always liked her
Mhm.
um
yeah,
her story.
so she was able to pay them guys back.
Yeah.
I don't know where I heard this from, but it's Paul Harvey. You know how he used to do these little stories? One
Mm-hmm.
of the stories he told was about Henry Ford, who was trying to figure out what to do with the pallets that they used to put the car frames on. They were made of wood.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
And somehow I guess they were burning them and they started making charcoal. And he was trying to figure out a way to make this into a commercial business. And so he
Hmm.
went to different people so that they would lend him money. And he went to one of the top boxers in the country. And the product wasn't named, it was just his idea. And the guy said no. And Henry Ford ended up going with somebody else, and his name was King. And that's how they started Kingsford charcoal briquettes.
Oh.
It's from those Model A's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's all kinds of little weird stories like that in this world.
Yep. And where would we be without the the dreamer.
Innovator. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
And
the
now you
dreamer that.
have the rest of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
So
I'm
true.
still flipping out on this book. I just think this is the best.
It is a nice book, and I
It
think you could
is.
get. I think. What do you think you're going to list it for?
Well, I see it up for like $4.99.
Oh no,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would.
Look at these shoes. It still has. It looks like toes in the front of them. I don't know.
No, I think I would definitely go higher on those. I think
I
that's.
think so too. Well, on Etsy, I think it'd stick with Etsy, and just it's a collector book because look at the type of shoes that are in here. Shoot, this one, the heel is made of dice.
Hmm.
Where do you see that? You don't see that every day. You ain't gonna see that in your thrift store. I'll tell you that right now. And they have some really old shoes too.
My skirt that I got from the bins.
You sold it?
No, I'm showing
Oh.
it.
Nice. What brand is that?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It's New Balance, but look what it is, and it's like brand new.
Is it a skirt?
Yeah.
It's a tennis short. Oh, and pink.
It's a breast cancer.
Right. I would list that up.
Oh yeah.
And you could even do it. It would be free to list it, wouldn't it? If you did it for charity, you could put some kind of percentage to breast cancer.
It's free to list it. What do you mean?
I thought that when you did to charity, it's free listing.
No.
Oh. It's free. They do some sort of assistance with that.
Hmm.
What they do is they give you a discount on your final value fee.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm thinking.
Good thought, though.
Yeah. Thank you. That was for me. But those are cool.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Today when we went garage selling, okay, it's not the best, but I got a pair of faded glory denim overalls.
Uh-huh.
And I bought some cartoony looking pajama bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
And something else. I'll show them tomorrow. They're in the other room. And I've got a bunch of games, and some of them are sealed. And I don't qualify for games on Amazon. But I probably could do a merchant fulfilled.
Probably.
Wow, this is kind of interesting. Okay, so you know how like things with with sizing, it tells you like U.S., Euro, Australia. This one has Japan and Korea and stuff, and this is a large women's for the U.S., but in Japan it's a 2XL. That's crazy because you know how their standards are like.
Because they're teeny.
Yeah, they're like the women are really tiny. So there are large, they're 2X. I just think that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So they kind of go backwards from us.
Like
basically, they lose a size or two for.
Well, my interpretation is they're large here, but they're 2X over there because they're so small.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Who was that? Valerie?
Me.
Yeah, that was Valerie.
Just me, she says.
Just me.
Did Sally go to work?
Yeah. Her last night.
So did she end up getting 3 days off?
No, I think, well, she did last week, yeah.
Mm.
Of course, it went quick.
Lightning. Right. Yeah, that never lasts.
But, Yeah, she said her boss did something weird, like with their schedule, where she only scheduled her for like 30 hours in a week, and that if she wanted to use some of her PTO time, just to let her know. I don't know, something like that.
Well, because she's got that guy that just started.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. That was the reason. What did I get? Oh, okay.
But now is that going to screw Sally out of her hours?
I don't know. I don't know how that's. I think what her boss was talking about, like, if you, like, for her days off, she could use her PTO time for. I don't know. I don't know how exactly that. I was gonna say she could use her PTO time to match the 40 hours, so she wouldn't be losing. But I don't know. Right now, she probably just wants the time off. I would suspect, because I think she's just really exhausted.
Yeah. Somebody tape Valerie down. She keeps leaving and coming back.
Literally, it keeps dropping.
You're breaking up.
You're real glitchy.
I know. It's, oh, that sucks.
Sorry.
No, it's not you. I'm not.
Sorry.
It's me. Yeah, look, here, I'm going to go out and come back in.
Oh,
That's
I can
not
hear you now.
No, it's you. No,
Oh,
it's me.
we can hear
it's
her.
all me.
It's not you, baby. It's me.
It started clearing up.
It's too
You
funny.
can blame it all on me.
Do we have anybody watching us today?
Oh, not Chad anymore.
Get out of here.
I did it.
Not who?
I did a bad thing.
Why? What'd you do?
Chad came in. Chad, the golden finger picker,
Yeah.
Wow.
and I blocked him.
Why?
Oh.
I don't like him.
Nice.
I don't like him.
Well, did he just come in to say hi, or?
I don't know, but I still don't. I don't want him to come in and say hi.
Somebody probably talked to him from the earlier conversation.
I don't know.
Just to stir that water.
Because he told me that one time, he said that I was riding on coattails or something, right on somebody else's coattails. And so from then on, I mean, I didn't like him before, but I definitely didn't like him after that. Because he just acted like a real ass. And so, yep.
I'm just going to smile.
So I just blocked him. And I'm sorry if anybody got offended, but I'm just not gonna do it just because he's Chad.
I'm really upset
I
at
didn't
you,
hear you say
Valerie.
Chad.
I can't believe you would do that. That would be
I thought at first you told me chat. We're like, oh, nobody's in the chat anymore?
Like, wow, why would you do that?
Well, it's your channel.
I'm sorry if I offended anybody, but
I'm just giving her a hard time.
I'm not gonna do that.
I think it's all connected. Well, all of us YouTuber fans, creators, everyone's connected.
What's connected?
What's the likelihood that after today's chat that he can't? I mean, really? Come on.
Exactly. Somebody said.
What happened in today's chat?
Because that friend of yours,
it was harmless.
That friend of yours named Todd had some very specific questions. And the one that he repeated the most was, what is the YouTuber that gets on your nerves the most?
Oh.
Something like that.
But it was in a harmless way, not in a rude way.
But there's quite a few people in my real life that if they had half an iota of a crumb of a chit-chat to say, they would be running to that person. And there's nothing to say that doesn't happen on the YouTubers either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
it does.
saying.
Oh,
Mhm.
it,
Hello,
Probably
Eric.
not a topic you guys should have did live.
I agree.
Well, but Todd knew it, and Todd kept saying it over and over. He was a little fired up today.
Oh.
It was that watch.
the money's getting to his brain. No, I'm just kidding.
He was throwing it around in the auction show like crazy.
Hi, Eric.
That was cool, though. I mean, that was a cool flip. I can't say that I'm not happy for the guy. That's pretty cool.
That watch was a cool flip for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty jealous.
It's always
I
fun
think
to do.
we're all jealous, but I will say Valerie did warn him about the path that question creates.
Oh yeah. Because I was like, that's going to create drama, and I said,
Yeah,
"Are you
yeah,
willing
that would be
to,
that kind of thing.
He said
take the
it's
lead
not
on
going
that?"
to create drama. It's
And
not.
actually, everybody did really well. I was very, very happy with everybody. Everybody took everybody else's criticism well. It went well.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
apparently I missed
Everything.
something good.
I don't think there's any reason it should create drama, though.
And
I
then,
mean,
Nikki,
it
you
was just
came
for
in
fun.
later, right at the sort of middle end, and then you walked in, and he then shared his compliments to you.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I should come in again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What did I miss?
People
So
think things.
And we all said we need a Nikki in our life.
that's true. That is one thing that we agreed on.
That is true. You all do need me in your life.
Yeah, we do.
Nikki, they
I
said they
just-
needed a Nikki.
in our real life, not
They
just
said they
our.
needed a Nikki, not you, Nikki. We're trying to be really nice and all.
Wow, we had Jason earlier, and now Eric.
I know.
Wow.
Send
I have
Jason the
to
link.
say-
He'll come in.
Who?
He took a big box of work home.
He's awake.
Jason?
Yeah, Jason's awake, and his his wife is out of town. So he's not doing anything.
All right.
You could get him in trouble making those slips, Eric.
He talked.
His girlfriend's out of town. If Jessica's watching, Oofda.
Jessica loves me.
He took a box of work home. He said.
All right. I'll send him the link.
What did I miss? Were we slamming each other?
No, it wasn't
No.
even. No. Todd
What's
just
this?
said, "Who is the most annoying person that you reseller that you watch on YouTube?"
I don't watch it.
And had
on
people-
YouTube.
Yeah, and well, he had people answering that question. It wasn't even a big deal. I don't know. I mean,
That's such an open-ended question, though, because you
Right.
can go into, I don't like the way a person's voice sounds. It's not that they're bad information. I just don't like the way they sound. I mean, and there's
Right.
people that have different speaking mannerisms and things like that that could be annoying to you or me, but if I live in that same area and that's the way everybody talks, then that's the way everybody talks.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I
it's
sat,
not. It's not. Yeah.
but if I sat and talked in this group and said that Eric, blah blah blah, there's no way that I wouldn't know that somebody in the chat or somebody that heard
Was gonna
something
go.
about something that went to Eric and said, that Michelle, this is what she said. There's just a lot of that chatter.
That's just.
There's a
then-
lot, because not everybody has the same attitude that I don't really care.
Yeah, exactly. I don't give a shit. I know.
Well,
I
then-
know I have crappy days. I know I have good days. I know I have.
But a lot of that is also because I don't do my own videos. I don't make videos out
I
there.
like your hat.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
put
cool hat.
videos up.
hey, sexy girlfriend.
Is that a flower on? Oh my god. I love you, Jason. You're funny.
Oh, I like the charm on the side.
Which everybody should know that's way better than what Jason says to me. Thank you. Anyways, I thought of you guys today. My nephew found this huge doll, rag doll looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually kind of scary, and they named it Felicia.
Oh my gosh.
I'll have to post a picture later of it. But anyways, I was gonna tell you, Eric, after she came, I just got in here. But apparently when Valerie came back and opened up her show, Chad came into the chat and she blocked him.
Way to swing a wrench.
Hey, you know what?
If you don't personally agree with somebody, why would you let them come on and comment on your show?
Right.
It's not. Because I don't have anything against Chad at all or anything like that. I've never
Right.
really interacted with him. I've actually sold him things.
Right.
We bought them through my eBay store, but if you don't associate yourself with people you don't care for.
Right.
I've talked to him.
And he had stated some things online that I did not appreciate about me. And so I said, I'm not gonna, I know that there might be people that get offended by that action, that I block him, but I felt like for me, that was the thing I needed to do.
Well, and that's your show. You control that, and that's fine.
You know, so, and I'm sure that his jaw dropped, and I didn't do it for that. I did it because I didn't want him in here.
Yeah, and there's no. I mean, and he really shouldn't be offended by that.
No.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not welcome on that show. Okay, there's a million other shows I can go to. I've got my own show. Why would I worry about that?
Right. He was only here because probably some little bird put in his ear that his name was mentioned earlier when we were talking, and it was. But it wasn't any big insult or any big comment about him. It was just his name was brought up.
Yeah. And there's so many people that do the drive-by. Hey, how's everybody doing? Because they have a name that people recognize.
Right.
The chat picks it up and says, "Hey, saw your last video," and suddenly they're getting talked about.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's all they want, and then they shoot off to the next live reseller show that's going on, and they do the same thing. And it's a valid way, I guess, to build your subscriber base. Hey, how's it going and everything, but it's kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really follow him, but I haven't seen him really on the Friday stuff. Since that hurricane, I really haven't seen him. So I was surprised to hear you say he was in here.
He did a show last week or something. I mean, and again, I don't watch YouTubes for other. I mean,
right.
I just don't have the time. I mean, it's just I'd rather listen to Taylor Swift personally, but so I don't do that. I mean, but I have the notification because I'm subscribed to a bunch of people, so I see a pop up that says, "Oh, this person's doing a video." So
right.
I love how you slipped that in. Like, I love that. Like, you were just nonchalantly just like, I'd rather listen to Taylor Swift, and you just never skipped a beat. I love it.
That's what I do. That's all I do. That's my list of music.
I wonder how I do a screenshot on that.
Hey, you need to wear that jewelry there, Jessica.
What?
You could wear that jewelry as you're typing and talking.
What kind of pin do you have on your hat?
I don't know. It's like
I should just put it all on, right?
It's just part of the hat.
Are you sure that's a men's hat?
It's not a men's hat. It's a woman's hat.
It's gotta be
not a men's hat.
Okay, I was like, wow. Okay.
Jason only wears women's
hat when I'm on the show.
Oh.
It makes me feel like I fit in more.
That pink hat was the best.
Now you need a wig.
The pink block hat was the best.
You need a wig.
Oh, no. Anyway.
While he did that,
you need like dreadlocks. You need dreadlocks hanging. That's exactly what you need.
Yeah, dreadlocks would look good.
Actually, that.
Oh yeah.
If you whip that hat off, I would expect to see a giant fro pop out. It's tucked up in there, so because it's kind of a '70s style hat. So
he left the show. I was trying to figure out how to do a screen.
He clicked the wrong button.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
I've actually wanted to get dreadlocks for like years. I know that's weird, but I really love dreadlocks.
It's really easy to get them. You just stop washing your hair.
No, they wash their hair.
There's stuff to put in your hair to make them.
You have to wash them, but it's actually you wash them even better because it's a really long process. Like, I'm not saying like nappy dreadlocks. I'm saying clean dreadlocks. There are some nappy dreadlocks.
I wouldn't be able to. Number one, I have such a tender, sensitive head. I wouldn't be able to do that.
The only thing that stopped me is the fear of not, like when I go to take them out, that I'll have to cut my hair like all the way off because sometimes you can like get it out and sometimes you can't. It's just
Yeah.
The only reason I never did that is because I have no hair to do that with.
I mean, you're really good. It was nice.
I had permed hair in the early 80s, though. I had big, long, flowing locks and everything. So.
He had like Michael Bolton hair?
No. His was like long and stringy. I had long hair, then I had it permed, and so it was in the loose curl, so it was kind of. When you wash your hair, you just kind of brush it back.
Like Adonis.
Then he decided skullet was the way to go.
I didn't decide that. You know, the Lord decided that's the look I needed. So.
Oh my gosh.
So now I cut my own hair.
Yeah, my boyfriend won't let me either. He's like, no way. Well,
my friend has really short hair, and I asked him, and he said it's just too thin. It's too wispy. I would love to see it grown out. How do I get him to grow it out?
There you go, Michelle.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of range right there.
There's a lot more where that came from.
How do you need to grow it out? You just kind of bat your eyes and.
I'd try that, but he would just laugh at me.
Poor Michelle.
I can't win for losing in that department.
I was just gonna say that. You can't win for losing.
But I know which direction his heart's in, so that's a good thing.
There you go.
That's what counts.
That's right.
My mind is telling me no.
Oh.
Well, I'm kind of bummed. I was trying to get a good screenshot of Jason, and I don't know how to do it on my tablet.
Do what Jason does. He just picks up his phone and takes a picture of the screen.
Yeah.
I'm low tech.
There you go. That's a good idea.
That is a good idea. Look at the screen, Jason.
Your head's got to be up a little bit higher because the panel boxes are in the way. There you go.
Yeah.
Now look straight ahead. Pout your eye, pout your lips. Come on, work with it. Work the camera.
Put your lips. Work it.
You gotta put your hand like and turn your shoulder. Oh.
Does it make you horny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys kill me.
That'll be on the Christmas card. No, I'm just kidding. For the group.
I got to figure out what movies to keep here.
None of them. So
Decisions.
Well, I think Full Metal Jacket is a definite keeper.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that's definite.
Now, do you have classics there? I mean, not your classics, I'm like real classics.
I don't really know what happened, to be honest with you. I forgot once a while ago.
Thundercats. Thundercats is classic.
That's worth a lot of money, remember?
This
Yeah,
one?
that's
Oh, no.
like.
Is that not listed
You had that
yet?
Thundercats one that was worth a lot of money, and that one might be worth a bunch too. You had a couple that were really worth. One that was worth like a couple $100.
This one probably.
I can't remember.
I forget. Then I got the He-Man ones. I know there were a couple that were like good money. Oh, here's a big Thundercats one thing.
That's the one. That's the one that's worth like $200.
And I love this kind of stuff because I hate that crap, so I don't mind selling it. How about the Hangover Part 2?
I've never seen it, so I wouldn't keep it.
No.
Nope.
All right. Sorry. So.
So you guys are wondering why it's quiet at my house?
Why?
Look.
What happened?
There they are.
Did
Well,
you give them
can't-
Benadryl?
Yeah, this is what Benadryl would look like if that's what they had. They're flat out.
Here I was sitting here talking to you guys with my mute button on.
Aw,
I was like, all right, Michelle, yeah, just talk over me.
Aw.
Sorry,
Anyway.
Nikki, I didn't know it.
All right, the tin
I went-
collector's edition of Scarface. That's her name.
Oh Lord.
I'm not a fan of the movie personally.
No.
I haven't seen it.
All right, go on. I don't like tin boxes that much anyway. They scratch too easy.
True.
So I went to that estate sale for that millionaire today,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a cooler, a vintage cooler, 7-Up cooler, and it's got his name written on it all over the place. But I wonder if that's a good thing.
Because he's a millionaire.
Well, he's a world renowned. He's not world renowned, but he's a legend as a fighter pilot. He's a
Okay.
He started a big corporation.
Huh.
Well, yeah, because that could then the way you sell that is out of the estate of renowned fighter pilot blank and blank, and his name's written on it.
Right. You don't sell it for the cooler. You sell it for the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah, because I told my husband, I said, I could probably get his name off there. And then I was thinking, wait a minute, maybe I don't want to get rid of his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the name value is definitely worth having.
Yeah, I don't know if his name is that valuable, but I mean, he was a multi-millionaire, so.
In the right circles, you never know.
Well, his stuff is very, very popular out there.
Hey, Eric, was this the movie you like?
It's the guy who owned my husband's company.
That was an awesome movie. You got to keep that one. That's a keeper. That's actually hard to find, too.
Okay. The Warriors.
Oh, you know you're keeping that one.
Hell yeah. I think I might have it, though. I gotta double check. I have at least a DVD. Enter the Dragon?
That's a tough one. I mean, I enjoy the movie, but I don't know if I would keep it or not.
Yeah.
You'd have to be really. I mean, maybe if you could get enough Bruce Lee movies together, it'd be worth selling as a lot.
Right.
You're not allowed to keep Teen Wolf.
No, I'm not.
No.
Teen Wolf? Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a keeper.
How about Menace to Society?
I'd sell that.
As long as it's Don't Be a Menace to Society, I'd be good with that.
Here's your Big Trouble Little China.
That you got.
Hey, that was a good
You
movie.
like that. That is a classic.
And the Goonies. I think I have to keep the Goonies.
Yeah, you gotta keep really both of those.
All right.
But the graphics in that Big Trouble Little China is horrible. That was back before they had modern computer graphics.
Yeah, but that's why it's so good.
Yeah, I prefer the old stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather watch a movie from the 50s than from the 2000s any day.
Okay.
Bad Boys.
That's a great movie.
I've never seen that movie.
Yeah, so dope. Reservoir Dogs. I think I have this now.
Yeah,
I have a big old poster of that.
I love Reservoir Dogs.
Yes. That's a keeper.
To me, that's not a great movie. I don't really care. Forgot what I was doing.
Oh, Purple Rain. Maybe that's worth something.
Purple rain. Purple rain.
Oh, I have 2 of Friday.
You gotta keep one.
Yeah. I like this movie.
Friday's awesome.
Yeah.
How you gonna get fired on your day off?
How about Upon a Time in America? I heard that was.
That is a fantastic movie.
It is?
Yes. You've never seen that, you should. That's a great movie.
I'm thinking, man, I don't ever watch movies. I don't know none of these movies.
I don't watch movies too much either.
No, Sergio Leone, I believe, is the director on that one.
Eric, King of New York?
I don't like that one, but a lot of people love it. I'd sell it personally.
I don't like superhero stuff. Oh, does anyone remember Labyrinth?
Labyrinth is awesome.
Never seen it.
Really?
Okay.
David Bowie? Wow.
Never seen that movie.
I think I got to keep that one. Spaceballs?
That's a keeper.
Yeah. I don't think I have that one. Major League, I have. Oh, come on. I know you girls have watched Young Guns.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while, but it was an okay movie.
That had like every like heartthrob back in the day.
I don't bother to watch any movies because I always forget what happened within like a couple of days of the movie.
That was perfect. You can watch the movie again and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's like 50 First Dates.
I ain't got no time.
It is like kind of.
I love that movie. That's probably one of my favorites.
I like Blended with her and Adam Sandler together in that one.
I don't like it.
I love Blended. I did see that one and I remember that one.
That movie was hilarious.
It was so good. I like when don't they ride like kangaroos or something? What do they ride?
Ostriches.
Yeah.
Was it a game of Joust?
Joust was a great game, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Nikki.
I sucked at Joust.
My dad played for hours on hours.
Cool game.
Hurt my hand too much to play it.
Yeah, that one was tough. All right, Eric, here's a tough call. The Godfather, the complete set.
Sell it.
I would
Did you
keep
say
it.
The Dogfather?
No, the Godfather.
Oh, The Godfather? Oh, okay, because The Dogfather is worth money.
It says the Coppola restoration.
Oh.
I'd have to
They
look
have-
at it and make a decision based on what it's worth. If it's not worth anything more than $20, I'd probably keep it.
All right. Let me look it up real quick, actually.
We're just gonna go ahead and make an informed decision right now. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that one again soon. Blended. I liked that one.
I just don't watch very much TV anymore. There's stuff I like to watch, but my TV screens are busy being second monitors.
It's only about $20, Eric. 20.
For a set like I would probably hang on to that one.
Yeah.
When a lot of those movies, like Unusual Suspects, stuff like that, they keep reissuing box sets.
Yeah.
And other collector type faux memorabilia.
I'd buy it from you, but I already have it. I love The Godfather.
I love The Godfather too.
Here we go. Police Academy 1 through 4.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good one.
This is a DVD though. So good. The Taxi Driver, I think I'm gonna keep.
That was a good movie.
Yeah. I think I gotta keep that one. What's the cost on that one?
I don't really care for that one, but that's a good movie.
You guys hear the thunder?
Wow.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yep.
The thunder roll.
Can you hear the thunder?
So we go from Garth Brooks to Men at Work. Okay.
Yeah. Gosh darn it. I'm sending you my buck, Valerie, but it won't let me do it.
You sending what?
Sending you
Oh.
my buck.
He's
Oh.
bucking around. That's all.
Trying to.
So does that mean you're really gonna list, Nikki?
I am.
You sound good. You look good.
No,
You-
girl.
You only have certain things scheduled tomorrow, so you have a block of time. Yes.
I have a small block of time to get the items listed that I want to list.
Nice. And you already have them selected?
Yes, the ones I bought today.
Good job.
I think I'll do the ones I bought today too. Let me work on my dollar. Maybe Todd will spring for it tomorrow. That was pretty good.
Working your dollar like a girl on a pole. Never mind.
Oh my gosh.
Eric, American Gangster, you good?
It's Denzel Washington. That's actually a classic, but I didn't really care for it.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
American Gangster.
Oh, I never watched that one.
I love this movie.
Oh yeah, that's a key. I was gonna say. I said if you have don't be a menace, that's a keeper. But I would get rid of the menace to society. I wouldn't keep.
Oh, that's funny that they were next to one another. Pretty close. Okay. I have this already, but if I didn't, I would have kept it. That's a great
That was
movie.
a funny movie.
Good movie.
When they waxed his chest, oh my god.
I know. Oh,
I think that was probably the funniest part of the whole movie.
well, the best was she ran an eBay store.
Yeah, that too.
What are you talking about? 40-year-old virgin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
My husband drove me 25 miles away just so I could have beef tips today.
Well, that was sweet.
Yeah, I thought so.
That was very
Well, it's
sweet.
actually probably about 40 or 50 miles from my house, but we were in Duluth, so
Oh,
about
wow.
20 miles from Duluth.
That was very sweet.
I thought so. He can be that way sometimes. Well, then we come home, and I says, well, I'm going to go out to the garage for a little bit and do some work.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, do you need my help? And I'm like, what? And he's like, well, I really didn't want to come help. I just wanted to ask. Be nice.
I wanted to see the shock on your face.
Yeah.
Damn, Nikki, I'm like lucky if like she throws McDonald's in my bowl.
Yeah, he's all right, guys. Sometimes.
That's what you get for playing with your little friends.
Oh yeah, my little friends.
Well, then we were listening. I was telling the girls earlier. We were listening to Prince, Darling Nikki in the truck, and my daughter's like, "Oh my God, Mommy! My mother, whose name is Nikki, should not know every word to this disgusting song."
Oh my gosh.
Well, then he was dropping me off at the car that my other daughter smashed up. So I was going to drive it home so we could get it home. Anyways, he goes, okay, Nikki, here you go. He goes, I'll see you at home. And I said, all right. He goes, you want to grind? My oldest daughter's like, oh my God.
The life of a parent is to try to make your children twitch.
Yeah, exactly.
How about Gangs of New York with Leo?
I
That
didn't
was
like
a good movie, but that's not a keeper.
It was okay, but not a keeper.
Okay.
Martin Scorsese directed it. That thing helped.
I watched it the one time, it was all right, but I would never watch it again. Seemed like a really long movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah, my oldest daughter said she was going to need therapy after today. I was like, oh, grow up. You're 24. You know where you came from.
I don't mean they want to think about it.
Yeah.
No.
That's when you hit him with the "oh, grow up." You know, your old mate, your dad throws the bone to me every now and then. So.
Oh God, that sent him over the edge.
Well, one time I told her, I says, I says, you know, I as a mommy, I should tell you, you need to wait till your marriage to have sex, you know. I says, but I kind of disagree with that because you don't want to be stuck with a guy that, you know.
Yeah. You want to try out the
And-
milk before you buy the cow.
And I says, I would die if I would have got stuck with a guy all these years with a small penis. And she's like, oh my God, you realize what you're just saying to me?
My ears, my ears.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm keeping Back to the Future.
I was shooting for Mommy of the Year.
I think you
You have
got
Back
it.
to the Future?
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, cool.
I got, even though I have this already bought on Amazon streaming, I still got to keep it for the extras.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. Well, I am the mother that just bought my daughter the beer pong game for Christmas.
Right.
Present.
What's up with that?
You're a good mom.
I am.
Okay. I am done. Back is killing me.
Where'd you get all those DVDs from? Did you buy a lot, or did you get them out of a storage shed?
Storage shed.
Mm.
This movie was funny, Ride Along.
Yeah,
I saw that.
it was hilarious. So are you gonna sell them all individually, or what are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. I mean, there's a whole bunch that are steel Blu-rays. Those I'll probably sell individually.
Yeah.
And the box set. Here's a.
Yeah.
You remember this terrible movie that's very like.
That is so
Never saw
bad that it's a classic. It's probably actually worth some decent money.
The only problem is it's sealed, but I can hear the disc moving inside.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably scratched up.
Well, it may not be scratched up, but you're gonna before you ship it, you'd have to open it up.
Yeah, I'm probably better off just keeping it.
Well, maybe you should just keep taking it and see what that does for it. What's that noise?
Okay. That me.
Oh my god.
That's a good movie. Have you seen that movie, Jason?
No. It's good. This looks like a good one. Beer Fest. You ever hear that?
That's a
No.
hilarious movie, actually.
Is
It's
it?
very funny. It's stupid, but it's one of those dumb ones, but it's still funny.
All right,
Sounds like a movie that I starred in. I'm just kidding.
Gladiator. New Jack City. That's tempting.
Now,
One
that's
of,
what I would keep. Of all the
Yeah.
gangster ones, that would be the one I would keep.
Yeah, you're right.
one of the best movies I ever saw was the movie Go,
Movie what?
called Go. And
Go?
it basic
Oh.
Go, G-O.
About the
And
game?
No, and it basically is is like a story backwards,
Oh God.
and it was just very interesting the way they did it.
It's like my daughter's favorite movie is Memento, and that movie drives me insane. I can't stand that.
What about that one with Richard Gere, Interception or whatever it's called, or
I never saw those two.
Inception or Interception or something like that? Oh my God, that's horrible.
Yeah, Memento is a guy can't remember anything overnight, and so he's always. The movie's kind of told in backwards format, and so every day it's a crazy silly movie, and I can't stand it because it's just so confusing. But White Men Can't Jump. That's actually a very funny movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
That's a
would
good
sell that because there's probably somebody that would love to own that.
Yeah, me. It's just being kept.
Jason is basically admitting that he has no hops.
How about Pulp Fiction?
That's a good movie.
I love it.
That was a lot of people like that movie.
No,
If you have Inglorious Bastards, I'll take that.
I do. I put it on the sell pile too.
I'll buy it.
All right. Forget where it is right now, but I know it's here.
Okay, well, it's okay.
Right? I asked my boyfriend, I said, just let me know. And he said, oh, it'll be a while. And I said, oh, I'm working. What are you doing? He said, Fortnite.
Okay. This is the face you get.
Game.
This is the face you get when you open up The Walking Dead Season 1, and inside is The Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh.
Damn.
That's a bummer.
Man.
And disc 1 of the other one.
Oh, geez.
Damn it.
That's a booger.
Yeah, this particular one I found, it wasn't part of the storage unit.
So are you having to open up every single one to see to make sure that they've got the right CD in there?
Oh yeah, I will. Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to do that.
So that one you picked up somewhere else, so there's no chance of finding that other disc.
No, yeah, that came from a totally different lot. I remember I put it on the top of the box. It was sitting on my shelf for a while. I forgot where it came from, but I know it wasn't fun. Oh, but Eric, there's 2 Teen Wolves. Can I please keep one?
You would.
Yes.
I won't judge you.
Yeah, we won't take your man card away.
I love that movie.
Wait,
have you watched that movie recently, Valerie?
Not recently, no.
All right.
You should watch the movie recently.
I'm afraid that it will ruin my thought of it, so I don't want to watch it again.
That's a good thought. You should probably stick with it.
It's like going and eating Chuck E. Cheese pizza as an adult.
Oh my God. That's enough to keep people away from people.
Now, Eric, or are you guys? Superbad, wasn't that the one with McLovin?
Yeah.
It was, right?
I never saw that. So.
I might have to keep that one.
Yeah, you should keep that one.
I might actually have it. I got to now double check. I have like several hundred DVD Blu-ray discs in another room.
Was McLovin on Superbad, or was he on that one where he's like, ask me about my wiener?
It's Superbad. He's on Superbad.
Is it Superbad? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was that movie called that he was in, that Jonah guy was in, that said, "Ask me about my wiener"?
Meets meets, what is that? Harry meets Sal now.
No.
What the hell is? I know what you're talking about.
Was he in the Pineapple Express or something like that?
No.
I don't know.
Have you guys seen my baseball?
Oh, something about Mary?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No, it
It
wasn't.
wasn't that one.
That wasn't him, though. He wasn't in that movie.
Eric, what car is that?
Superbird.
I got to keep this Nicole Kidman thing. It's got to be one of her first films.
What is it? Oh, BMX Bandits? Yeah, early.
Yeah, I got to keep that. the tailgate is, if we'd grown up in Australia, BMX Bandits would have been our Goonies.
No.
Yeah.
Accepted. That was the movie where he said, "Ask me about my wiener." That movie, Accepted. That was a funny movie. It's got Jonah Hill in it. It's about him in the college. Yeah, it was funny.
So Nikki, ask me about my wiener.
He was being they were like trying to accept him into the sorority, and so he made him dress up in a wiener costume, and he had to stand out in the quarry in the quad going, "Ask me about my wiener."
What was that sorority movie where they were on the top of a building and they had the pledges tie a cinder block to their penis, and they had to drop the block?
Oh my God. It sounds like a terrible movie.
I think it was it Van Wilder? I forget. That was a funny scene though.
I don't know, but one of my favorite movies, I think I've got the quote right. They're waiting for people, and he says, when will then be now? And the guy he's talking, he says, soon. No, it's, I think, Revenge of the Nerds, isn't it?
No, that's Spaceballs. When will now be now? Soon.
Yeah, that is Spaceballs.
Ooh,
yeah.
Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally Spaceball, yeah.
I love that line. I use that line.
Revenge of the Nerds, isn't it? That one guy, Booger.
Well, one of my favorite quotes is that Risky Business movie.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just have to say fuck it. And I have a boss that I just love, and he gave me that quote like in a mentoring moment, and I'm thinking, this is just words from heaven. And it was like another 10 years before I heard maybe I saw that movie, but I didn't connect the dots. And I'm thinking, what a dumb shit I am, just listening to some stupid movie line. But it has worked in my life.
I got to keep this, Eric. This is funny as hell.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Is that a Wayans movie, though?
Yeah. It's good. It's funny as hell. This Is the End. Did you ever see that?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, isn't it? Jessica hates it, and
I
James
hate the beginning of the movie. I hate the movie until all the action starts. I really hate the movie up until that point. But then after that, it's actually really good.
Yeah, I liked what they did with Emma Watson. That was funny as hell.
Oh, that was great.
And Michael Cera, that was funny too. They made him like the dick. That was great. Yeah. This was pretty good, actually. I have it already.
I haven't seen that. I started watching it. I didn't really care for it, so I kind of gave up on it.
Well, my favorite, though, is if you ever see the movie Paul. It has Simon Pegg in it. Oh my God, that movie is so fucking funny.
I keep needing to catch more of his work, and I always...
There's a movie he did in Australia, and it's very violent, but it is so good. And I think the dickhead police in that story was he was in the Thornbirds.
Thornbirds.
He wasn't the priest, but he was like the boyfriend. I'll have to try to figure out what that movie is. I highly recommend it. It's very good.
Holy shit. Every 5.
Who's getting all the cha-chings?
That's me.
Oh.
Haunted House 2. I haven't seen this one, but it has Gabriel Iglesias in it. So I think I'm going to keep the Indiana Jones box set.
Well, is it a 3-movie set or a 4-movie set?
4.
Yeah, they're making another movie, so it's actually going to be kind of obsolete here pretty soon.
How are they making another movie?
They're making a 5th Indiana Jones movie.
With Harrison Ford as the lead?
Yep.
Stop.
No way.
It's already been announced.
Stop.
You just did Blade Runner, for God's sakes. They can do another movie.
I don't know about that. Don't get me wrong, I love Harrison Ford, but... Now I have to look this up.
Oh, here it is.
Nope, it's raining here now. Holy smokes, it's pouring.
What?
Okay, the movie is called Kill Me 3 Times.
Okay.
It's real interesting and different and cool in a weird way.
Okay, I just found it. It came out in 2014.
I was just watching the trailer.
All right. I mean, I
You
watched
probably could stream it somewhere. I don't know if you probably could stream it on YouTube.
Alright.
I used to have cable. I used to watch a lot of TV. And then I started selling, and I stopped sitting in front of the TV. But I will say I had Netflix. I want Netflix back.
Yeah, I have Netflix.
There's some interesting stuff on there. I think where I saw that Kill Me 3 Times movie.
Oh, I'll check there. Yeah.
Oh. That's
Yeah, you're right, Derek. 2020 it'll be released.
Dead by then. You know who hasn't died, but probably is Sean Connery.
Oh, the Comfortable Life, I just flipped up the chat. Comfortable Life said his 7-year-old granddaughter standing there telling him to tell all of us hi. So everybody say hi to her.
What's her name?
I don't know, he just said his 7-year-old granddaughter.
Well, what's her name? Then we can say her name.
I think it's Zoe. Hello, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
Hey, Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
Hey, Zoe.
We see you, Zoe.
Okay, now you're gonna get nightmares.
Yeah, great. This isn't The Shining, okay?
Right.
Jeez.
Oh man. eBay.
No, Summer, it's you can put your dollar in.
So what's the running total right now?
Got 23.
That's not bad.
You got 23 in already?
Yes. Well, 15 from last week because me and Sally, and then I think there's like 6 or 7 that there's 8 that have paid already.
Hey, Nikki, thanks, by the way.
What?
Nice
I just
picture.
saw that post.
Oh.
Yeah, it's amazing how someone posts pictures of people with a weird hat on. What happens?
I almost look like an album cover or something.
Yeah.
Oh, great picture. I couldn't decide which one to post. There was 3 of them I couldn't choose from, so I posted all 3.
I like it.
No one even noticed my new glasses yet.
No one noticed mine.
I
Yeah,
did.
they did.
Yeah, everybody noticed yours, Val. I was here earlier, remember?
Not like I haven't seen you very often there, Jason,
Oh.
so I didn't know they were new.
Man, Jason, are those some new glasses? Because they look nice.
Aren't they
We hardly ever, we couldn't get our eyes off the hat.
Yeah, I know, right?
I've had them for 2 weeks now.
Well, we don't see them anymore.
When are you ever here?
I've been around once or twice.
For
Going
like
to
a
the other side.
say hi.
They have like they're black. They look black, but there's like a tint of blue in them. Like
Yeah, they look good.
So
Oh, I see the blue when you like angled it.
yeah.
They look so good on you. That's why we didn't notice them.
I think
Yeah,
my
okay,
glasses.
Nikki.
I think my glasses would look good on you.
Nikki, blow it out your blowhole.
Oh, everything is going so good.
I think my glasses would look good on you, Jason.
Probably.
With that hat, they would.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. Me and Jessica both got new glasses, and she got ones that are a lot like yours, Valerie. They're kind of cat's eye looking,
Mm-hmm.
except
I love that.
they're lighter color, and so yours look like a darker color on the rim.
Yeah, mine are black.
They're black. Okay, yeah. She has like red and gray or something.
Ooh, I bet that looks cute too.
They're
Yeah,
nice.
next time she's not here. She went away for the night, but I'll show you next time I see you. They're pretty cool looking. I picked them out. She's so funny though, shopping. She goes in.
She needs a lot of reassurance on the glasses.
And you know how you go to like the little desk and and then there's like a big display thing where you take what glasses you might want. Well, I look down and she's got 15 pairs. She's narrowed it down to. I'm like, really?
Oh my God.
And that's when she asks for my help. I'm like, and then she goes like this. She puts one on, right? She goes, and then she goes, and then puts it and repeats this 15 times, mind you. She's so funny.
That's cute.
They earn their pay over there. I'll tell you that much.
Well, now, see, I have a husband like that. If I try on glasses, he has to, oh, no, you want these ones. And then he'll pick out like 15 pair for me to try on. And it just drives me nuts. I just want to grab the first pair I see and say, this is good, let's go. Care less, because I don't have to wear my glasses all the time.
Sure.
Why do I have feedback?
I don't know.
It's not me.
What is that loud noise?
That was me. Sorry.
Oh.
So is the feedback better?
Yeah.
I didn't hear any feedback.
Yes, yes, it's better.
Or is it the rain hitting my air conditioner that's causing it?
No, I don't think it's that. I think you got to move your head this way and kind of put your arm like this.
And lean back.
And lean back.
I put myself on mute. And
What is she riding mechanical bull?
Yeah. Well, I put myself on mute and I still heard the feedback, so it's not me.
I'm honestly not hearing anything.
Not me.
Miss Megan. Yes, tomorrow's contest is at 10 my time. So whatever that's there, I'm Central Time.
Megan, are you Mountain Time? That would be.
She's in Utah, so.
I think that's Mountain. I think that would be noon.
Whatever. I'm Central. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm. So the rest of you figure it out from there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't start right away. It starts at 12:30 or 10:30. Your time.
Yeah.
And you gotta have your buck in no later than 10:30.
They don't buck.
Yeah,
I
but
thought she was taking it later.
we're kind of lenient on that. I mean, if you want, if you say I want in, and then you can send your dollar in.
But it would be highly suspect if you list something and then it sells. So,
Well, yeah, I mean,
all eyes are going to be on all listings.
Mm-hmm. I have a full day tomorrow. I want to get to that estate sale early in the morning to see if I can get some good stuff for 50% off.
There you go.
And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to list my items. And then when I'm done with that, then at like, I think it's at like 3 o'clock, I got a birthday party to go to.
You are busy.
Yeah. And then after that, it's dinner with my dad.
I think my friend is going to visit his daughter and grandson. And my mother, I think, is going to be busy. And my son is doing his son thing. So I'm fending for myself. So I hope to win and plan to win and expect to win that contest. Just have to get my dollar in somehow.
Well, I put my email address so you can do the PayPal, Michelle.
Okay.
So it ends up I'm keeping 29 movies.
Not bad.
That's a lot.
Seems a lot.
Could be
Yeah.
keeping them all.
Are you going to watch all those?
Well, they'll get absorbed into the collection. I occasionally pull them out.
How many do you have already?
Yeah.
We don't talk about how many he has already because he bought a 300 DVD player needed.
Oh yeah, I bought a 400 disc CD DVD player.
Oh my gosh.
At a sale. I still haven't hooked it up yet though.
That's a little insane.
The fact that they would even build that is insane.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
right?
It's very cool. It's like a jukebox for movies.
I mean, that's cool, yeah, but that's crazy.
Well, think about it. Something's got to keep up with streaming.
Yeah.
It's like a red box, but it plays the movies.
Your own personal red box.
Right? That's kind of cool.
Well, it'd be good for storing too. I mean,
Yeah.
Today has been a very, very good day.
good.
I just hit 1,300 listings.
Woo! I've only been working at this a couple weeks. I still haven't hit 700. I've been at 695 for 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I list some, I sell some. I list some, I sell some.
It's a good problem to have.
Well,
I guess.
That's why it took me over 3 years to get up to over 2,000 listings.
Oh my gosh. So $10 will cover me for 10 months.
I don't know, man. All that tells me is you guys need to sell some shit.
I know that's right.
Not when it takes you over 3 years to get 1,200, or I mean 2,000 listings.
Damn, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but it took me 3 years to get up to that.
Yeah, and it took one day to do shit.
It did. It did too.
One click of the wrist.
Yeah, it didn't even take a whole day. It's a hell of a lot easier to do shit than it was to list. Now I can barely get up to 50.
So I'm almost caught up on Walking Dead. I'm at season 7, episode 10, I think.
Oh
Well, you
wow.
better get on stick. It starts tomorrow.
I know.
I can't wait.
Let me tell you, that season 7 opener was pretty wild.
No doubt about it.
Hell yeah.
I watched that with my dad.
Woohoo! I'm at 700. I relisted some stuff. I'll take anything I can get. I don't care.
My 72-year-old Catholic dad.
Oh my gosh.
God. Lucille is thirsty tonight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What? What do you want? Huh?
She's a vampire bat.
Yeah.
I love that one.
I just realized this didn't have a zipper. Oh, okay.
And then I finished. I finished the Fear of the Walking Dead.
Oh, did you? I didn't jump back to that yet. That's next.
It wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good. It just took a little bit of time to get into it.
I'm all caught up on Z Nation. I don't know if you guys watch that.
I actually
Yeah, I'm all
started
caught up on
watching
that.
it. And I don't know how far I'm into that.
Are you caught up on the new episodes, Jason?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm all caught up on that too.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a nice little like fun change.
Yeah.
Not so serious. It's a fun ride.
Yeah, I was watching the marathon today.
Oh, okay.
Since I got my Sling TV
Oh.
I have that.
that I can actually watch.
I
TV.
did have Sling TV for, I specifically started it for The Walking Dead last year. And every time I tried to watch The Walking Dead, it would freeze up on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm watching this new thing on Sci-Fi called Ghost Wars. It's set in Alaska. It's pretty different. A little interesting, you know.
Huh.
So far, so good, but I don't know if I could recommend it yet. I watched the new Twin Peaks was cool.
I used to watch Twin Peaks years ago.
Yeah, that came out in the early 90s, if I remember right.
Yeah.
They just did a remake recently. Or not a remake, but like a, they rebooted it, and it's got like, 30 of the original cast members in it. It's pretty cool. Oops.
What's up? You want to go say hi to everyone? Yeah. You want to go say hi to everyone? You've been sleeping so good? Yeah. Show everybody. Show everyone how big you got.
Who's up a boy?
He is growing so big.
You got so big, huh? You're just a big boy now, huh?
I got a big boy too.
Oh, look at that one. Look at that one.
What kind of dog is that, Jason? Like a Corgi Chihuahua or something, or what?
That's a Bobo.
Huh?
He's a Chihuahua and Jack Russell.
Oh, Chihuahua and Jack Russell.
Cute.
Yo.
He's a good boy.
We're besties. We're besties.
Yeah, he looked real thrilled.
Attention. He gets very frisky with his bed in the background.
Yeah. He does.
He knows how to make that bed.
What is wrong with my neck? You're crazy. You're crazy. Just don't give Mama no hickeys.
What's your dog's
no,
name,
no,
Jason?
no, no, no.
Bobo.
Bobo, cute.
Boba.
Or as we like to call him now, because the vet mentioned he's a little chubby, we call him Bulbous now.
See, it's past our bedtime, Mama, huh?
Well, that's why I asked if he was part corgi, because he kind of had a rear end like a corgi.
No, yeah, but I know what you mean. Yeah. But
Oh,
no.
wide.
I don't think so. I mean, he's a rescue, so I don't. You know,
Wow.
he might have a little in there.
No.
Yeah, he was like a stray.
How old is he?
They're guessing about somewhere between 3 and 4.
Oh.
Not supposed to jump out of my arm, silly dog.
So you have 3 now, right, Val?
I have 3.
Yeah.
And then there was 3 again. He's pretty good natured, and
yeah,
he's not real crazy. Gets along pretty good with Elvis and Roscoe. Roscoe kind of likes him.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of weird because Roscoe doesn't want anything to do with anybody that messes with his naps.
Oh, I can't blame him.
He likes to sleep. Sometimes Ringo doesn't let him do that.
I'm thinking about getting a goat this spring.
A goat?
A goat.
A goat? At the action? Sorry, I couldn't resist.
I couldn't tell if that was Tara or Nikki's voice.
That's Tara that says auction.
Action. I feel so bad because she's like, no, I don't really say it like that, do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Until I met you guys, I had no idea auction had a K in it.
Oh, and by the way, Valerie.
Uh-huh.
Oofta doesn't have a W in it. The way you were saying it earlier, you were going like woofta. It's like, no, it's oofta.
Oofta. Oofta. Yep. I'm sure it just sounds weird for a California girl to say that anyway, so. Well. Okay.
Does anybody watch that Scrap Lady. What's her name? Scrap Lady 530.
I know that she has videos. I don't think I've ever watched them before.
Oh, she does a thing like I forget what it's called here, what she calls it. Hold on. I should have probably had it up before I started talking. And of course now I can't find her.
All right, it's time for me to hang my hat.
Oh, she bye, Jason.
Have a great night, everyone.
Peace.
You too.
Search for.
Peace.
All right, she has Destash, Fall Destash, and she has videos where you can buy stuff from her. I thought it was kind of neat how she did that. And it sounds like she does pretty good. Sounds like she sells most of her stuff.
Huh. So is it a different website?
No, she does it right on her YouTube.
Huh.
It's Scrap Lady 530. She's in our chat all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting.
I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah. That was interesting.
I do like doing this a lot better after 2 days, or I guess I'm on day 3 of doing it this way. The listing with the computer. It's like a different world.
It is.
I'm just like, what the hell was I doing for the last 6 months?
So much faster.
Yeah, it is. I was just struggling on my phone, but I didn't know I was struggling.
Do you still take pictures with your phone?
Yeah, I just plug them in and I make my draft live right there. I do that part on my phone because my phone's pretty quick at uploading it. So I just make the draft on my computer real quick and throw it up and it's done. But I used to sit there and try to type it all out on my phone, and I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. But I'm glad I tried this.
Oh my goodness.
How many more listings do you want to do tonight yet?
I don't know. A few minutes ago, I was very. I went and got all these clothes out. Now I'm like, oh, do I really want to do that? But I need to. I need to.
Me too.
Yeah, I need to get that done.
People. What?
Still raining here.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Ouch. I still haven't sold all that flatware.
No.
Nope.
How many lots did you have of it, or just the one?
How many what?
How many lots did you have of it?
I sold it as a set. Or it's set up for a set.
She's
Okay.
talking about that stuff you couldn't name.
Have you had any offers of it?
No.
You might be a little too high then.
A little.
Yeah, I keep dropping it down. I think I've got I think it's 286 right now.
How many pieces?
If I'm not mistaken.
How many pieces did you have?
I think it's 42 or 45.
Well, that's probably. First of all, yeah, yours is too high, but you did that for a reason, so somebody would take
Right.
notice of it and say, "Hey, this is
Exactly.
what pattern this is." Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
But
and I
anyway,
didn't get anything like that. So
it's going to take longer to sell because you don't know what pattern it is, you don't know what company it is. So
right.
chances
And
are it'll probably take longer to
it's got
sell too.
watchers on it. It's got watchers
Oh,
on it,
does
so
it?
there's people that are interested. But I haven't gotten any kind of offers or anything.
I would probably drop it down to $199. So you're
Yeah.
not quite, and then hope somebody comes in and makes you $100, $125 offer on it.
Right. Yeah.
You didn't pay very much for it either, did you?
$3.
Yeah.
For the whole set.
I had the same problem. I listed some flatware today and I couldn't figure out the pattern. Stainless Japan.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Not figuring out the pattern is one thing, but not knowing the name of the company either is another.
Yeah. Fairly common thing though, but I did have like 4 pieces that sell for about $20 a piece for another set that I did have the name for, but I put those up individually. But
Well, I'm going to go to bed. See you guys tomorrow or sometime. Bye.
All right, Nikki. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
I got 12 Starbucks mugs today for $12.
Nice.
Nothing special, just Christmas mugs and things like that.
Yeah.
I figure they're worth about $14.99 a piece. It's crazy. I was talking to the lady who sold them, and she's downsizing her collection, and she said she actually has the entire Global Icon series.
Oh my gosh.
And some of those mugs are worth over $1,000.
Wow.
That she's pretty sure she's got the New Zealand ones, which are what everybody's talking about being the most valuable.
Uh-huh.
Get it? I gotta pick up a bunch of vintage camera stuff tomorrow.
Mm.
Sorry. Sorry, Summer. First she couldn't hear us, and then now she can hear us, but then we weren't talking, so she was like, oh, my husband's all mad now. Family draws. Drama sucks. Yes, it does. It does. I've got all of my goodies in here in this nice little box. That's all my things that I'm going to be listing tomorrow.
Every time I put a dent in the pile, it seems to get bigger.
This is true. Very true.
I think I have a buying issue, though.
This is also true. I think I do too.
Actually,
But
my pile is considerably down.
Hop in the truck and come on over.
Like all my jeans are listed, all my shoes are listed now. I have one box of shirts. I have one box of pants. A box of bras, and that's pretty much it. But I still have stuff in the garage too. So I'm not completely out, but I'm going to have to start some sourcing really quick here. So I do have a storage auction, a storage unit auction coming up on next Saturday.
For whole storage units, or?
Yeah, for a full storage unit.
I tell you, what you might do is go to the storage unit and then find out, watch them if people outbid you and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, give people your phone number if they have clothing they don't want to mess with. A lot of people don't like to mess with the clothing; they're buying just the furniture or the hard goods in there. And just so you know what you like to deal with clothing, and you'd be willing to pay them a little bit of money to take the clothing off their hands. Not a whole lot, because you don't know what you're buying either. So
right.
If they've got bags of clothing they want to get rid of,
that's a great idea.
That way if you can't play on one of the storage units, if you find out that they're just too expensive, but most storage unit buyers are furniture buyers. That's what they're buying it for. So.
Right. Yeah, and I don't believe that they have them very often. So, I just don't know. Like, I've got my number already, and I know the rules and everything like that. So, I just have to show up.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited though. I mean, it'll be different. I just, I'm not gonna just start off bidding. I'm just gonna watch and see how things go. And if I see something, I don't want a unit that's gonna have 4 or 5 mattresses and
Yeah, what you're trying to do is try to avoid the unit that you can't handle.
Right. A fridge, and I don't want any of that.
Yeah.
I can't get any of that. But if it's like totes, yeah, I'll definitely take totes.
You got a truck. If you have to take a couple trips, not a big deal.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, well, that's kind of what I'm looking at. see what happens.
All you can really do. Almost time for eBay Bill Scramble coming up too. Don't forget.
I know it. I know it. I hear you there. I'm already getting prepared for that. Wow.
Are you allowed to sell lambskin on eBay?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Is it like a rug or a throw or something?
A jacket.
Yeah. Who made it?
It was from the bins. I just got it because it was lambskin. Valerie Stevens.
I don't recognize the name, but lambskin is very, very supple, so it should sell decently.
New Zealand lambskin.
The best.
All right, I'm gonna go. I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Okie doke. Have a good sleep.
All right, you too.
She like in Phoenix or something?
Who?
Isn't she like in Phoenix or something?
She's in Texas.
Texas. Yeah, okay. You know, Central Time.
She lives pretty close to Todd.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I need a break.
How many did you list today?
I don't even know. That's pretty bad.
I did 22, but I wasn't really focused on it.
remember. I know it was at least 16, so there might have been a few more than that.
Well, I went out to pick up all these Starbucks mugs at this auction pickup I had, and it's at this couple warehouses, and I know the guys who they run auctions out of 2 or 3 of the warehouses, and one guy was shutting his down.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy had a garage sale going on in his warehouse, and he had
Oh.
he'd bought a storage unit full of brand new clothes with tags.
Oh, that'd
And
be
it
nice.
was a 30-foot box truck full of clothing with all brand new, all with tags. And he was blowing it out cheap. Shirts were $2, jackets were $5.
Wow.
I bought 8 Disney 1928 Disney hoodies that are brand new with the tags for $5 a piece.
Ooh. Oh
my gosh.
So I listed them. I gave one to my son, and I got Goofy, I got Animal, and I got Kermit the Frog.
Oh,
Animal,
wow.
I love Animal.
And these are the cool ones. These are the ones that you can actually zip all the way up and cover your head, and has eye holes built into them.
Oh, wow.
So they're really kind of cool. They're character ones, but I put them all up for $47.99 a piece. So
good deal.
Yeah, hoping that turns into. Then I got a brand new Coogie shirt, Coogie, whatever, for $2. And it's got the tags on it for $72.
Nice.
So I got all that stuff listed today, except for the mugs. I haven't touched the mugs yet because they're not super valuable. I'm running out of storage for listed items.
Yep. All about that.
I got almost 60 bankers boxes in my office or in my storerooms.
Wow.
So do I. I have a little bit more than 60. But I'm going through this weekend, and I'm filling up any gaps.
Well, I need to go through them and then consolidate boxes, and that'll probably solve most of my problems.
Yeah.
I got too many boxes that you fill up, and then you start pulling stuff out as you sell it, and then you end up with 7 boxes that have 1 item each in them. But you don't realize it because it's just a little bit here, a little bit there.
Yep.
The last time I consolidated, I took like 12 boxes down to 3, so it gave me 4 more or 9 more boxes I could refill. But I got over 740 items in my store roughly.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to buy some more, and then I'm like, I know that not all those are full all the way, so I'm just going to top them off this weekend and see where I'm at. So. I like them, though. They're so much easier to find stuff in because they just don't hold as much.
Yeah. And they stack really nice. You don't have to have shelving to stack them on or anything.
And they never get heavy. I mean, you really can't put enough in them to make them heavy.
Not too heavy.
Not too bad, no.
I mean, I've got a full China set in one, and it's not very heavy.
Yeah. And that's about what the heaviest thing that you could really shove in there, to be honest with you. So, yeah, they're pretty nice. I do like them. Glad I did that. I was using totes, and they're just such a pain in the ass when you go to pick stuff because there's just too much stuff in them.
Yeah, I still use totes for clothing because I don't have that much clothing up. But
okay, well, I do have a ton of clothing, so that's why I'm not selling shit. I'm just kidding. That's part of it. I do sell hard goods quicker. That's for damn sure.
There's nothing wrong with. I mean, I was listening close tonight. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a little bit longer tail items. All that's because
yeah. I mean, there's
everybody else. So
you need some. I think it's a good. I just think it's good to have a. I really think that helps a lot, but
a good mix is always good.
Yeah. Yep.
I've done a lot of books lately.
Did you say a lot of books? What did you say?
Yeah, I've been selling a lot of books. I was at an auction. I bought a bunch of Heritage Press collectors books. Those slip cover leather bound type stuff. So I bought all those, and I got all those up and listed. And then I bought a bunch of went to a couple of estate sales and bought a bunch of books, antique books out of there, and I've just been selling like crazy. I'm getting $70 to $80 for sets of books. It's been really nice.
I know. I got all those kids' books and I listed them, and I told everybody, these things never sell for me. And then, of course, I spoke, so like I've sold out of them now. They went quick. I never sell that crap, and it just sold for whatever reason. This is the time, I guess. Books.
Well,
Everybody buy their books.
I sold 14 Three Investigators novels, which is a kid's novel from going all the way back to the 1930s, but these are 1960s and 70s. I sold those for $116.
Wow.
I sold a set of 1940s called Red Randall. I had the complete series. It's all about World War II flyer, the daring duo, daring deeds of Red Randall and all this stuff. And I sold that and another Yankee Flyer series, which was like 5 books in that series. I had the complete set, and I got like $85 for both sets together. Sold a set of 1914. There were the Jack Lord series. Jack Lord, I can't remember what it was, but it was a 15-volume set about one guy's writings about, had the Bible and all kinds of just great philosophers and stuff like that. It was just kind of like a reference set, but I got $85 for that. And I was paying $1 a book at the thrift actually 75 cents a book at the estate sale for those. I found an estate sale company that she actually prices very realistic. So
yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, well, yeah, any book is $2, and then 70 or 25% off, and then half off day. And her next estate sale is a quarters estate sale. There's so much stuff they can take pictures, very good pictures in there. And that's coming up on. I'm going to actually go on Thursday for that. That's going to go first day because I want to get a chance to look at everything, and I might go back on Friday as well. But yeah, it didn't even take me a week and a half to sell all those books out of that estate sale.
Yeah, I'm just not too knowledgeable on books. So I'm just not really good at knowing what to pick up or whatever, but
they're easy to look up.
Huh?
They're pretty easy to look up.
Yeah, you can look them up easy, yeah. I'm just honestly, most of the time when I go pick, I kind of have to go. Like I can't usually look up too much when I'm there, which kind of sucks, but so I try to get what I know.
If I take my son with me, I don't even have my phone because he's playing with my phone. So yeah, I don't like to go out with my son because he takes my phone, and then I was at an auction Wednesday night, and I had lots of things I wanted to look up, but he was playing with the phone, so I was going off my gut, and I did really well. But there's things I passed on that I probably could have done, but could have a bit on. I would have known that it was better stuff. I just didn't know.
Yeah. See, mine most of the time is because I have kids that are impatient, and I just have to grab what I can and go off my gut and hope I do okay and go with it. So, and most of the time, I don't think I have a terrible eye. I mean, I get stuff that's crap, but you know what? I still put it up because I grabbed it, and I give it a little time to sell. And then I'll drop it to stupid cheap and get it out, or just
if you're buying cheap, it doesn't matter if you pick up crap.
Yeah.
Because you can throw stuff away, you can redonate, you can sell it for what you paid for it and be happy.
Filter things out.
Yeah, I mean, if you buy in bulk, it doesn't matter. I mean, you get your money back, and then you just make some profit, and then if you have crap left over, you just get rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely have stuff to learn, that's for sure. But it's all part of it, so we'll get there.
Let's just see.
I don't think anybody knows all of everything, you know?
I look stuff up all the time.
There's just so much shit out there that nobody could possibly know every niche, I guess, as they call it.
You need a general knowledge of what you're looking for, what you like to sell, what you're comfortable with, and then you take a shot in the dark. Every now and then you get a copper fish hanging thing that sells for a ton of money, right, Valerie?
Yep.
Yeah, that thing was pretty cool. I couldn't believe that. I would like.
I did sell my shotgun loader thingy today too.
Sweet. What'd you get for that finally?
I got $100 for it. I took an offer for
that's still a pretty good price for that. So
not too shabby. And then I sold that mid-century modern gooseneck lamp.
Cool.
Sold that for $37.99 today.
Did you sell all those Bosun's chalkware stuff?
No, not yet. They're very long tail.
I was trying to buy some at this auction where I picked up all this Norwegian and Scottish sweaters and stuff. I was trying to pick up some of that stuff there, and they didn't go very cheap. I mean, they went $5 or $6 a piece, but I just couldn't justify going because I knew you'd bought them, and I knew what they're really. We did all that research and knew what they were worth, and I'm like, if I could get them for $1 or $2,
yeah,
been a little happier. But I wasn't going to spend more than $3, and I didn't buy a single one.
Yeah,
kind of disappointing. I wanted to win some of them.
Yeah, I still have some that I haven't. I think I probably have 4 or 5, maybe 6 that I haven't listed yet. So that's in this little special box. So I'm gonna try and get those done tomorrow. Maybe put a good price on them to get them out the door. And I still need to list those halters. I haven't listed those. Megan helped me with the sizing on them, so I should be able to get those done.
I tell you, I have been, for some reason, I remember I bought all those horse brasses.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this last estate sale, I picked up a bunch more, and they sell really quick. So that's something to keep an eye out.
Yeah. But I still have that. Like those misters, I think I'll probably hold on to those until the summertime. Or maybe spring.
It's always summer somewhere else.
That's true. That's true. That's why I got them listed.
Yeah, ask Joe Hare what the temperature is right now.
My
horse brass. Come on, you know what that is, Megan.
I still got the canoe paddle. I haven't sold that yet. I still have the radio.
Radios can be long tail.
Yeah. I mean, they're just kind of, it's just kind of hanging out there. And I'm not, I'm not in a, the thing is about that stuff, I'm not in a, I'd like it to sell, but it's not a, put it out there for a fire sale to
well, you've already got your money back on that auction.
Yeah.
So it's all profit from here on. So you don't have to.
Yeah.
Horse brass. It's a piece of leather, and it's a brass medallion, and they strap it on the front of the horse as for decoration for showing. Go to Google or go to eBay and type in horse brass. I didn't know what they were either until Tara talked me through it and showed me what they were and how much they were worth. And because I was buying some at an auction, I'm like, what are these? And they're really kind of cool. But has that online auction company had any more auctions?
Not lately, no.
Wow.
Somebody had like a brain surgery or brain tumor or something. So I guess that's the person that owns it. So they're like waiting for him to, of course, get better and be able to get back into I don't know. I don't even know if he's going to be able to get back into it. That seems pretty outrageous for a surgery. So, and I emailed them and I said, do you got anything going on? And because to me, it looked like that was their only source of income. And she said, well, we're waiting, for him to recover. And then once, in a couple of weeks, we'll be up and running again. And I was like, okay. Yeah. So. And I had bid on that government deals site for those Harley manuals. And oh my gosh. I mean, within the last 10 minutes of it, it went from like 125 to like 379. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I can't, I'm not doing that. Y'all can have it.
All right, Megan. That's a horse brass.
Oh, okay.
Right on. And
I was wondering too.
show you. I actually picked up this guy, and I just sold him yesterday.
You never seen one of those, or?
Yes.
Huh.
Here's your horse, and he wears the horse brass in the front. They threw this in. I bought a lot of horse brass that had like 3 of these in it. And they threw this guy in, and I actually sold this guy for $55.
Wow.
It's a English Melba ware, MELBA ware.
It was. Yeah, I might have to start venturing out a little bit further.
Let's go just a different direction.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's about 30 miles away, there's Falls City, Nebraska, and I know that there's a couple of thrift stores and stuff up there, and I'm sure there's, estate sales and stuff like that up there too, so I have to start looking more that way. I got to get my financial system kind of worked out though before it's kind of like a double-edged sword, so once I get that kind of resolved a little bit better, then I should be good. A sleigh would be very cool, Megan. Okay. Do you watch that, Eric? Do you watch that auction? Do you watch that at all?
What, the auction show tonight?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had it on the background.
Okay. Did you see that jacket?
Yeah, that was the coolest piece they had, and that was, I was trying to research it, and you know, it's kind of, I checked the chat out, and they were saying that it was given to him by an engineer. I thought that was, I don't know if the price was good or not, because that's just one of those one of a kind.
Right.
You know, there's probably 7 or 8 of those out there. You know, and somebody who worked with Tesla is probably not going to give it up very easily. But if you have a good collector, they might be interested in something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, paying was 5 and a quarter or something like this. What it was sold for?
400, I think. I think that's yeah, it was 400.
That's
But that's pretty, you know, that's pretty steep, I think.
I mean, if I had a sold to go off of that showed me it was worth $800 or $900, it would have been fine. But the show confuses me because I don't understand why people pay so much for stuff. And I get there's some charity behind it, but
right.
I'd rather just throw my money at the charity personally and take the deduction and the good feeling and everything myself.
Yeah.
Because I looked at what they sell. It was right before the monkey, not the monkey, the clown or whatever it was.
Uh-huh.
I saw the Harley Davidson clock, and I don't remember what that sold for, but
50.
You can buy the same clock on eBay for $44.
Right.
The Christmas light shower thingy, whatever it was, or the sound thing for your tree was $14, and it sold for 30 some. I mean, I don't understand that thinking. I'm glad that they get that money for that, you know, for the show. I just don't understand why people spend so much money.
Yeah. I don't know. And then, like, he won, somebody, I don't remember who won the clown, but they gave it to Nikki. I was like,
oh, that's cool.
You know,
I saw she was bidding on it, and it didn't very much. And
yeah, so he's like, yeah, just give
that
that to.
That I thought actually undersold was the TV lamp. Because I researched, there was none like it on eBay, sold or for sale right now. There were some that were close, but nothing quite like that one.
Right.
Vintage Japan was interesting. So I mean, I think that was a $40 or $50 lamp, and it sold for 20 some bucks. It wasn't very much. I mean, so whoever gets that, I think they got a good deal on that one.
Right.
What's a prorated fee? What's Kids and More talking about?
I don't know.
Elaborate.
Well, she went to the what do you call it? The Anchor store for a month.
Okay.
And then she switched back, so I'm sure that has something to do with, like, you know, she had to, her fees were prorated.
Ah.
My bill was like $500 and some.
Okay.
They screwed it up. They forgot to put the coupon on there. And I called them and they took care of it. But it was, even with the coupon put on there, it was $350 or something.
Yeah.
But it's okay because it'll work itself out to where next month I don't really have a bill. I went back down to the premium. And
why did you
because
go down to premium? I mean, once you made the jump, why'd you jump back down?
I can't afford that.
Oh, were you going with? Did you think was that the coupon where they were offering 150 and you thought it was going to be 150 for every month? Is that what it was? Because it was confusing to me.
No. I just, when I jumped up, I was like, well, this is Q4, so I'll jump up for 150 for the month and get my $150 shipping coupon and get a whole bunch of shipping shit.
I thought about doing
Then I jumped back down.
that. Okay. And then
I mean, I got a lot of stuff. I mean, I can't complain. It's just something I can't afford monthly. I can't afford to pay that much. I'm not making enough sales to justify that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really at the edge. I looked at my last bill. I paid $140 in additional listing fees. So, you know, so my eBay store technically cost me about $210 a month. And so I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, if I went, because I do 10-day listings, and if I went to 7-day listings, it would make sense to be in an anchor store.
Yeah.
And because I've been pumping out a lot more listings, I mean, I've grown my store a couple hundred listings here in the last 2 or 3 months, and I have the inventory to do it. So as long as I can if I get my store up to 1,000 listings by the end of the month, which is only 10 days from now, I'm probably going to make the switch. But I don't know if I'm going to. I might just switch monthly, pay a little extra money every month, the extra $60, so I have the option to bounce out of it. If Q1, if you know, January, February comes in, it just sucks.
Right.
Drop back out of it because I'm pumping some. I'll be pumping so many listings out, 7-day listings and everything. It'll be different. One thing I did do, I did completely change my business model, and I switched over and I charge shipping now.
What?
Yep.
I'm kind of surprised you did that.
I spent about 4 hours researching and looking at how people were selling. And the only reason I went into it is because I'm also doing promoted listings. And I'm like, okay, if I'm promoting my listing and it's pushed up at the top anyway, and the fact that I sell primarily unique items, me having free, the only reason I went to free shipping was to get myself up in the listing things. And I was doing a lot more clothing back then. And I'm like, I don't need to work to get myself on the front page. I'm on the front page almost all the time. So why am I giving money away to the customer, and I'm paying eBay promoted listing fees to get myself there when I'm already there? So I still do promoted listings. And I about a month before that, I went through my entire store and raised the prices 10% across the board. I did that to help pay for promoted listings, and also gave me some flexibility to run a little bit deeper sales as well. But then the more I analyzed it, you know, I picked just some categories, and I said, okay, you know, men's. Well, I think I was looking at shoes. Dusty and I were going through the whole thing, but I think we looked at, you know, men's shoes size 10, and we just kind of looked, okay, how are people selling and how are people buying? And it was, if you just do like men's shoes, there's I think we looked at like 21 million listings for whatever the category we were looking at. But then when you dial it down a little bit tighter, it got down to like 500,000 listings. So we said, okay, out of those 500,000, how many people are charging shipping? And it was about half. So half are free shipping, half were charging for shipping. But then we ran over and looked at solds, and when you looked at solds, 80% of the shoes that were bought, people paid the shipping on them. About 20% didn't pay. So even though half were being offered, it wasn't deterring the buyers. And so then we started to look at some other categories as well. We found kind of the same thing, where the ship, and again, price was always a consideration, but the shipping wasn't an issue. But where I was getting killed at is I take offers on a lot of things, and the offer, when it cuts into your price, is already, and then you're going to dump free shipping on top of it. That's where the bite was coming, is when I accepted an offer on something. And so, I talked with, I just kind of ran it over, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go through. I created a bunch of different listing policies, so I have a priority, and I do flat rate shipping now. So priority mail, anything over £1 is $7.95 shipping. And I lose money on shipping. I make money on shipping. I don't really care. First class shipping is $3.95, and medium mail is $4. And that's and I shipped out, like the big volume of books cost me $19 to ship, but I made so much money on them I didn't care. But I charge shipping because I sell a lot of single books that are under $4 and magazines and stuff like that. And then what I also did was I went in, and eBay now has the option, they talked about it in one of the updates, was you can create a shipping table. And that shipping table allows you to put a surcharge for certain parts of the country. So for me, West Coast has always been more expensive to ship to. So I put a $3 surcharge on anybody that buys anything from my store that lives in what they call Zone 9, which is the farthest west zone. They don't see it as a surcharge. They see a flat rate charge on priority only of $10.95, not $7.95. And so I don't have to. So somebody who lives close to me doesn't see a $10.95 shipping. They see $7.95. That way, I get a little bit of that money back, and I don't make any real money on my shipping now. But at least I'm not losing all that money.
How do you get to that table set up?
You have to go into your business policies. And then you go into one of your shipping policies, and at the very bottom, you'll see apply shipping tables. And you have to go in and create a shipping table. And once you go in and create the shipping table, you can go through and select, you're going to do it as a surcharge, how much you're going to charge, and what state you're going to apply it to. And you have to pick a shipping policy. So like expedited shipping, standard shipping, or economy shipping. And then you can pop a surcharge under one of those 3 shipping levels.
Okay.
And the way you check to make sure it's working is after you've done that, go to one of your listings that you're charging shipping on, and then just change your zip code. If you're shipping, like if you're going to the West Coast, so 90210. You're going to go to the East Coast because you're on the West Coast, and you look at that zip code from that area, and then you'll see when you go look at the shipping costs, it just changes it. So I was worried that the customer was going to see a shipping charge on there, a surcharge, and they don't. They just see your flat shipping charge. For calculated shipping, you can't really do it because it's already doing that for you, but it's only for flat rate or free shipping. The hardest part was I had free shipping in every one of my listing descriptions, but I found that you can actually, because I use a template, so it says the same thing in every one of my listings, free shipping in the US only. And so what I did is I went through and as I was modifying everything, I went through and I highlighted that, and then you can actually replace something in your description. So I said replace free shipping, and I left the bottom part blank, and it actually replaces it with a blank, so it took it all out of my thing. So I didn't have to worry about that. That was my biggest concern, because I didn't want to modify 700 listings individually.
Yeah.
But so I was able to do that. And my sales have never really been better. I'm averaging, today I've got $233 in. For the week, I've got $1,400. For the month, I'm at $4,800. And my sales have been increasing since I've done that. And what's nice is I'm actually putting more money in my pocket now. So, I'm a big proponent.
I went back to charging shipping after a month of free shipping because I couldn't. I was like, well, I take offers though. I do best offer.
And that's where you lose the money, because you set a price, you put you build the shipping into your item. And then you get somebody that comes in and makes you an offer, and you're like, oh, I'll take that. And then you go, okay, well, I took that, but now I got to eat $7. Or like I had one guy made an offer on a very heavy item, and it was global shipping according to his zip code, Mexico City. And then when he pays for it, he changes his address to a San Diego address right across the border. So I was having to pay about $8 in shipping to paying $25, and eBay won't do anything to back it up on you because it's the way they can slip through the system on the global shipping system.
That's shitty.
Yeah, it sucked. What it did, but you know what? It's fine. I made money on the deal. It wasn't a big deal. It was annoying, is what it was. But if I charged that guy 10 extra bucks, I would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I said, and because I left my shipping prices built in, I actually had raised my prices. I'm now able to run a 25% off sale and still really get the money I want out of stuff. I'm running 25% off this weekend right now. So it just, when I started to sit down and I said, you know what, I gotta do something. Mainly because, you know, you have a great day of sales, and then after shipping, you're like, wow, I made $50 that day.
Yeah.
Bucks. I mean, I had, you know, I have $150 in sales, and then, you know, after your fees come out and everything, and then you do all your shipping, you're like, well, this kind of blows. I mean, I had a great day, and it didn't feel like I was cash flowing enough money.
Right. Well, especially like on the big weekends, like when you have like 20 going out on a Monday or something, and you go to ship all those, and you're looking at your PayPal before you ship, and you're like, man, that's nice. And then you ship out the 20, and you're like, what the hell? Well, I'm broke again. Like,
yeah, you're like, yeah. And I source almost every day, and it's like I have to think about where that money's at, and I gotta, you know, I've only got 5 things to ship right now. So let's see. I mean, I've got 5 things. I've got 1, 2, 3 are books. 1 is that horse, and then 1 is a set of railway lanterns. And I'm looking probably in the neighborhood of about $20 worth of shipping right there. But to give an example, the books were $4 a set, so that's $12. The horse, he paid $10.95 because that's going to the West Coast, so that's $22. And the railway lamps, he paid $7.95 and it's going global shipping. So I made $30 on shipping. I'm going to spend probably 20 of it. And then I have my box costs and all that stuff in there as well. So I'll probably spend $22, $23 on shipping. I'll make a few bucks on shipping. It's just, I felt I had to do something. And part of it, I mean, I also touched every single one of my listings this last week. So that's probably why my sales have also been really good. I think the day after I did this, I had almost $400 in sales for the day. It's just got the big eBay built in the month I got to pay, so it's, you know, kind of banking some of that money right now. But
well, and don't forget that if you do go up to the anchor store, your first bill will be like 500 and something.
Yeah, I know. That's why I want to get my bill paid down to 0, and then I'm not worried. I mean, I make more than enough. I mean, I can pay that. I mean, I'm making $4,000 a month easily on eBay and all that. It's just
good. Send some of that this way. Send me some of that good juju. I need it.
Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 items that people haven't paid for as well. So 3 sold tonight. 1, a lady's paying me next Thursday. I made arrangements with her, and then 1 it's an unpaid item case that'll close in a couple of days. The guy made me an offer, and he's never paid for it.
Yeah.
Drives me insane.
I hate that. I would, yeah.
I don't understand. eBay has the ability to force immediate payment.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
I know where this is going.
I
don't know.
that it would, I wish part of their best offer system would be, if I make a best offer, I'm buying the item at this price, and as soon as he hits accept, it takes it out of my PayPal and completes the transaction.
Yeah, Poshmark is set up like that.
I just wish that only for best offer, because you've made the offer, I accept the offer, and then I got to wait for you to pay for it. You're the one that asked for that price. I mean, that's the only thing that's just annoying.
If you sell something and they make an offer or something, they have to pay for it instantly if you accept it.
Yeah. And then I dropped out of the guaranteed shipping program because I can't make it work with my business model. They want immediate payment required, which I think that was hurting my sales, because I took that off last weekend and my sales have been great.
What did you take off?
Immediate payment required, because it wasn't doing good. And I think that hurts my sales. And then I also did some more research on it. And the only way the guaranteed shipping program works is if you specify how you're going to mail something. So you have to pick priority mail 2 to 3 day or first class, which is 4 to 5 days. I do expedited, standard, or economy. And because if I don't specify, it doesn't qualify for the program. And I'm like, but I want to be able to pick FedEx if I decide. You know, I want to, if I'm going to ship something FedEx ground because it's heavy, I don't want to be pigeonholed into having to ship priority because that's what I picked to get guaranteed delivery done.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I would be able to do that. I change so often. Not that I'm proud of that, but I change it sometimes after it's sold that I would be screwed.
You're not supposed to change, and that's why I don't pick. So don't pick priority. Pick expedited. Then you have the option. Now, if you're doing calculated shipping, you have to pick how you're going to ship it. But if you do it, hit a flat rate shipping charge, if you just do a flat rate, you can just, there's a line in there that just says expedited shipping.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And then you're not into a shipping thing, because you could pick something as expedited, and so first class is a standard shipping, but you could pick something as expedited, and yet you find out it's actually you miscalculate, it's light up to go first class, but because it's in your state or one state over, they're going to get it in 2 days. You could ship it first class. It's still going to get there in the time frame that they're given. But yeah, it's it's part of running a business. You got to analyze it every now and then and see what's working and what doesn't work.
So you really think that like having immediate payment on buy it now lowers your sales?
I think it did.
That's an interesting idea.
You know, forcing people to pay for something because if they don't have the money to pay for it right then means that they have to have the money, which is great for us. But if somebody comes in on a Thursday and they get paid on a Friday and they want to buy it and they can't,
right?
They may not be able to find your listing again, or they find a different listing when they come in Friday to actually pay for it, to buy it, because now they have the money. Whereas if they bought it on Thursday and paid for it on Friday, you'd have been happy anyway. You know, you take a little bit of a risk, you get some more unpaid item cases, but were those people really big buyers in the first place? I mean, I don't know.
That's something that I might have to experiment with. Not right now, but I'll probably do it next month. When I change a lot in 1 month, I don't like to change it all at the same time, just so I can see better if it.
Yeah, I mean, you can make small changes. I mean, that's a definite. I mean, I've been free shipping for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just we've been discussing a lot of things about working capital loans, which are great. It's a big shot in the arm of your business. But when you sit back and really analyze how much money you ship out every month to working capital, if you have a working capital loan, and say you have $5,000 in sales and you're paying back at a 30% rate, that's $1,500 more dollars in your month that you actually spent paying your loan back. That if you didn't pay your loan back, you have in your pocket. And if you didn't use working capital to buy inventory to keep feeding the business, and say you went out and you paid some bills, paid down some credit cards, or you had a emergency that you needed the money for that wasn't business related, even though you're supposed to only use it for business. Nobody checks that. But if you don't invest that money back in your business and spend it somewhere else, and then now you're taking that $1,500 every month out, that could be a bite. I mean, just think about how much money that $1,500 would have gone right back into your pocket. So it's just something to think about when it comes to, it's kind of how we're kind of discussing how the cash flow of the business works. So, but I've been in the same business model for almost 2 years. It's time to change some things up.
Yeah.
And I like the shipping table option, believe me.
Yeah, no, I made it. I wrote down notes so I can look at it later.
It's not terrible for me. I'm in the middle of the country, but I can't imagine somebody being on the coast.
Where are you again?
I'm in Ohio.
Oh, Ohio, yeah.
I'm not as middle as, say, Valerie in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, but
yeah, that's where I'm at. So.
No, that's right. I forgot you guys are really close to each other. So yeah. So I mean, yours is not as bad as if you ship something to California as mine is, but it's still not a good bite. But the nice thing is you can pick individual states. You don't have to pick Zone 9. You can pick California or Washington or Seattle. or Maine or Maine, the upper East Coast.
Mine's like New York, California, and there's a couple more. Florida. Those are like the 3 biggest hits.
Yeah. Yeah, those are your big buying states too. So you can hit those people with a surcharge, and again, they never see it.
Right, and you need it. I mean, for bigger. I mean, I don't know. It'd be nice. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, and if somebody buys something for me from California, it's going priority. I'm not making any extra money on them. That $3 is covering the extra cost it's going to be. And
Right.
I shipped a 2-pound package out to California, and it cost $10.41 for me. And I charged them $10.95, and I pay for my boxes because I buy new boxes and all that. So I mean, it's not like I made any money on shipping. Not to mention I paid an eBay fee on it anyway. So.
Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I'm
Me too.
pretty much done. I'm going to go get some rest.
I ended at 13:06.
Nice.
I ended at 7:02.
What'd you start with?
What I start with?
Yeah.
I started today with 1,285.
Nice. 21.
And I was gone all day at a festival with the family, so I figured it out. It's so much quicker with the computer.
Yeah, makes a big difference.
Yep.
Okay, girls and boys, you guys have a great night. Tomorrow will be a
I'll
bigger
see you
day.
tomorrow. Yep.
Yes.
We'll see you at 10.
Okay. Night.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Eric.